am sure sports. You know me there, I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never seen a game, me not know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Reggae Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
All right, good morning and welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I am Manning's man. On this blessed Tuesday morning, we give thanks for the gift of life, right? Because life is precious and life ought to be celebrated. Come to you this morning as we hear of the shocking news of the murder of a footballer we know very well from Boys Town and Harborview, Rafi Thomas, center forward. I mean, lethal and skillful footballer. Was murdered this morning. Door kicked off. We don't know what led to that. We don't know what caused that. You know, just recently in Montego Bay, there's a Cornwall College footballer who was also shot. There is also a former Rossies Seba United player in the 80s. He was a top player at Rossies in the 80s, played for Seba. And he was shot. Guy who went overseas, did his college stuff, came back to Jamaica, ran a mini mart, and oh my Lord, he shot. They call him Rubber. That's his name. And so for us who are here, you know, you just don't know. I mean, in these times, just the simplest of things, and you never can tell how someone will respond. And just yesterday, I was talking to some elders, and I was saying to them, listen, the way life is and things are, don't even entertain any argument with people that is going to cause conflict, because you just don't know. Some people don't value life anymore. And you could just say something to them that upset them. And they send someone unknown to you that you even entertain, and you never know. And that is a person who is there that comes to take your life. You just never know, right? And so because you're alive, you know, because we are alive, we just give thanks to life. You know, give thanks to life. I'm glad that I've made it to where I'm at, because I could have been a victim, you know, but by the mercies of God, we are here. So blessings to every single person in the chat. And like me, I want you to take time out to really just thank you, Creator God, for the breath that is in my lungs. Got up this morning and my heart is beating. Just take a moment and pause and just give thanks for life. You have sons, daughters, a spouse, your mother, your father still alive. You know, the joy of parents is that one day when they're old, that their kids would bury them. So many parents these days are burying their own kids. Sad state of this nation. And so, Heavenly Father, we bless you and we thank you. We pray for the family of Rafi Thomas. No, we don't know the details. We don't know what happened. We don't know why it happened. But a life has been lost. And that means there are persons who are mourning. There are persons that are feeling the pain, real pain, a pain in their heart, pain in the soul because of this incident. I know there's an next person who is probably walking in guilt because their conscience is really bothering them now because of what has happened. And so our prayer this morning is first to say thank you for the life that we have and the breath in our lungs. And secondly, we pray and we speak to young men and young women, old men and old women across Jamaica, kids across Jamaica, that we will begin to value not just our own lives, but the lives of others. That we'll understand that we are not the giver of life, and so we should not be the ones who take it. That life is cherished, that we live as a family, one big Jamaican family. Whether we are urban or rural, whether we are lower class, middle class, or upper class, whether we are foreign or domestic, that we will be one Jamaica. In fact, our motto says, out of many, we are one people. Let that oneness not be just about our race, but the oneness be about unity, a oneness where we care for one another, where we look out for each other's well-being. We pray even for our security forces, and we pray that that they will have the wisdom and he'll give them the necessary tools to stem the rampant spread of murders and criminality across this nation. And that even they themselves will operate in integrity and without any form of corruption. We pray for our leaders that they will realize that even though some of these things don't directly affect them, everything rises and falls on leadership. So this is a part of their task as our leaders. Let your peace reign across Jamaica. Speak to every youth in every garrison and every uptown community. Those who are aiding and abetting, speak to every heart. We desire change. And so Most High God, we ask you to turn the tides of Jamaica to good and positive things in every area of our nation. We bless you and thank you and give you glory. Amen and amen. Sad state and reality. You understand me? Again, manners and respect. As usual, if you're on the stream, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. All right? Very important. You like the work, please support the work. Many of you have been on for so long and you have been good support. But you know some other people as well. They are your friends and you know that the content is good. You can encourage them to support the channel. Ask them to subscribe, man. If you get a next subscriber to the platform, each of you who are on will get past the 7,000 mark. I think it is time that we can go past that now as we continue to work good and we continue to work steady. Coach Andrew Hines, big up yourself. All right. Yeah. I also want to some of you know that I have thousands and thousands of books, right? So I'm always reading books because I believe that part of leadership is reading. I read this in a John Maxwell book some time ago, and he says readers are leaders. And so I always believe that we need to read because the person sometimes who are ahead of you, they just read a little bit more than you. And so there's a book by John Maxwell called The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. And it kind of gives all of these laws in terms of how leader operates and stuff. So one of the things I want to encourage you with before we get into our content is that the currency of successful leadership, is integrity. So once you lose your integrity as a leader, you lose your influence as a leader. So your currency, that which keeps you on top, is integrity. So walk in integrity. And I'll say to all the persons who are out there now, it's when it come on to even what you put out there, because many people will put out information that is inaccurate. And when it is clear that it is inaccurate, we don't go back and say, listen, I made an error, that was wrong, and correct it. Integrity is people must know that when you speak, this is it. All right. And that is why I named my channel. I put a lot of thought in it. I am sure sports. And the song says this, which is a line that I put in. If it not sure, we now say it. And one of the things I like to do is to admit that sometimes the euphoria and the excitement many times will cause us to say things to get people going and hype people up and to stimulate discussion. And while I understand that we play, because it happens everywhere, politicians play on people's emotion, entertainers play on people's emotion, churches play on people's emotion. And so we must be very careful that we don't use the platforms that we have to play on people's emotion. I see some John Maxwell, Jason Guna, yeah, man. I've read Failing Forward. I have that one, Thinking for a Change. I've tons and tons of John Maxwell. I think I have too much. I need to start. There was a time when I told my wife that I was going to resell some of the book, and you say you must be mad. You understand me? Critical. And my book is going to be out in next year. You understand me? And this is going to be my first book because spending a lot of time putting it together and working. So continue to encourage me. Don't be afraid to ask man, where is the book? You understand me? And it's going to be a blessing to you. You understand? But in the law of leadership, he speaks about the law of this is not a law, but he speaks about charisma in terms of the charismatic leader. And so I want to give you 4 traits of the charismatic leader, right? And so most people think of charisma as something mystical, sometimes are almost indefinable. They think it comes at birth or not at all, but that's not true. Charisma is just the ability to draw people to you or your cause. That is charisma. To draw people to you or to draw people to your cause. So some people possess more of it naturally, right? It is like other character traits. However, charisma is something that all of us can learn. So you want to learn to be a charismatic, all right, leader, you have to have confidence, right? You have to have confidence. You have to be poised, and you have to be able to display optimism as a buoyant communicator. So when you come in to talk, you have to be confident in what you're saying. And that is why you must have credible information so you can have confidence in presenting. Now, you don't have to speak the best English, but you must be able to provide accurate information. All right, because you can have bad English, you can mispronounce words, but you're very confident with the information that you have. All right, so you need confidence if you're going to develop yourself into a charismatic leader. You also need what we call conviction. Right, you have to know where you're going, and you have to know what you want to say. You have to also, part of conviction is that people need to know what you're sharing is not just coming from your lips, but it's coming from your heart. Like especially in giving instructions and directing people and influencing people, you have to speak from your heart, not just anything that comes to your mind. Before you speak, think. Don't let your mouth go faster than your brain. Never put yourself in a position in life where your mouth is going faster than your brain. All right? Let your brain be working faster than your mouth at all times. Think before you speak, because what you speak oftentimes cannot be changed. All right? So that's two. So you have confidence, you have conviction, then you have to have connection. All right? And connection means you can't just focus on yourself all the time, but you have to focus on others. Right? You have to magnetically connect with the people who you're dealing with and leading. You have to connect with people. You have to connect with people. You have to connect with people. In fact, one of the things they say is that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. That's a John Maxwell quote. You have to take time to meet the needs of people. You understand me? Find out what is going on. See, I said this in my earlier shows. I used to say to you, seek to understand before being understood. All right? And then you have compassion. You have to express warmth and love to people, right? So when people have needs, meet those needs, talk to them about them, listen. Sometimes you have somebody in your comment section as a host, and you see them always seem like them upset or them vexed. But here's the truth. Maybe there are other things going on, and maybe you can send them a text and say, listen, man, I notice you're changing how you behave. Is everything okay? Is everything all right? Sometimes just a little thing like that, let people know that you care about them, just to check on them. Oftentimes, I'm not on my channel, I'm not doing a show, and I have different persons just text and say, man, haven't seen you in the last 2 days. And it's good to know that people know when you're not around, man. And so take some time to do that. So those 4 C's I want to share with you as we speak about becoming a charismatic leader. All right. Again, bless up to everyone in the comment section. I like some of these. Let me get some of these quotes. This one says, he who thinks he leads but has no followers is only taking a walk. If you can't influence others, they won't follow you. All right. He also talks about, you know what? He also speaks about, listen, the biggest crowd you lead, will always be yourself, because until you can lead yourself well, you won't be able to lead others. You mean you don't have the number? No, man. Carlington, see the number right here, always a scroll across. So you talk, but anytime you call that number, not anytime, but if you call that number, you'll get through to me. Oh, you mean Carlington Grant? Somebody just punch in the number. See the number right here, man. Calling number. Just shout that number, man. What you talk about, man? All right. This other one says, Triple E Blessing says, wise man think before he speak, from the greatest book. All right, cool. All right, yeah, man. Jamaican Guna TV says, Jamaican Family Vibes District, bro. Sometimes on how we do it as well and still be productive at work. When I can't, I view and share my thoughts though. Yeah, man. Blessings. All right. Mr. Porter, greetings. Welcome to the show. All right. So you see the topics, the squad, the game, the fans, CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers, Tier 2, Elaine Campions League finals. All right. I like to start from the end and get to the beginning. All right. So Champions League is coming up this weekend. Just a little, a very quick preview going into it because you know that it is on Saturday. We're going to do a watch along and we're going to talk about it because it's not my team. It's easier for me to do a watch along when Arsenal or Jamaica not playing. All right, yeah. So Real Madrid versus Borussia Dortmund. All right. All right. So what are your predictions? What are your thoughts? What do you think is going to happen? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this game is yeah. This game is going to be a very, very, very interesting game. I feel like the expectation is like Real Madrid is supposed to win this game, like easily. But Dortmund has a way of like surprising people. You understand me? Dortmund has a way of doing that. So for me, I am going Real Madrid. Like I feel like they have too much in terms of ammunition. They are too disciplined defensively, and they can get goal. And they are very good in midfield. I think they have probably some of the best midfielders as a group in world football right now. I don't know if you agree with that, but I believe that they have the best group of midfielders in world football right now. You may have other midfielders who are better than some of theirs, but as a grouping, I think they are the best grouping of midfielders. Like the 8 of them in that midfield are the 8 best together. Those are other midfielders in other teams that are better than them. What do you think, people? Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? Yeah. I don't understand. I see some people. Here's some of these predictions. Mr. Porter prediction. All I know is that one team will win. Well, Mr. Porter, you're not the only one who knows that. You understand me? You're not. I see Alex says, anyone score first is going to win. All right? I don't think so. Yeah. I don't think so. Atalanta, Manu, BAV, right? Give us the food first, squad, before the... Okay, Lovell's Network, all right. Legends of the game. Jamaica got away, bro, from CONCACAF Nations League. All right, so I am early prediction. I think that they will win. Yeah, like I agree with Demo. Like it's almost like when it gets to final, Madrid can play nothing, and like when they get to the stage, I don't know. Like they have this thing that even if they're not playing well, they win the game. No matter how bad they look, they win the game. What, Mikey Ballin? You don't know that team? You don't know the Reggae Girlz team? That went, no man, me can't believe you don't know that, man. That was out long time, man. You don't know the team? All right, let me see. Let me give him the team again. People, let me just do this to Mikey Ballin, because just think about all the girls who went to the World Cup. All right. Let me see if I can find all of the names. Oh, geez. All right, so let me give you the names. All right. Chantel Suebi, Kanaya Plummer, Jade Bailey, Denisha Blackwood, Kayla McKenna, Alison Swaby, Drew Spence, Atlanta Primus, Vanian Sampson, Peyton McNamara, Paige Bailey, Gail Trudy Carter, Cameron Simmons, Tiffany Cameron, Sydney Schneider, Rebecca Spencer, Nia Cardoza, Leah Brooks, Amelia Van Zanten, Jody Brown, Israela Grooves, Davia Richards, and Lauren Reed. All right. Those are the names. Not much has changed in the squad. All right. So so Brazil. All right. So only 3 of the players arrived in Recife on Monday, with the other scheduled to come in Tuesday in camp are Kayla McKenna, Trudy Carter, and Denisha Blackwood. Everyone will have the evening off welcoming the main group on Tuesday. That is the latest. All right. So there you go. Sule Washington has replaced. There you go. Yeah. So Jody Brown is arriving on Wednesday. So I don't know, Mikey, about major changes, but there you go. Thank you, Jason, for that. I appreciate it. Yeah. So that is the change. All right. Lolo, blessings, blessings, and the big baller over there, you understand me? People, that Lulu have a son that is in the under 17 and they have a camp coming up, so if you want to meet Lulu and meet him son, know that him going to be in Jamaica, right? Lulu! Oh, you know? Yeah, man. Good person. A lot of good persons here in YouTube land, we have met a lot of good persons, lots and lots of good persons. You understand me? Yeah, and for the people asking what the ballers and stuff, the ballers are in Jamaica. The ballers are having fun. It's a long season. The ballers are on holidays. You don't want the ballers to have mental health issues. So it's very good that they're out here in Jamaica having holidays. I know some people are saying, they are thinking that this is going to happen, that is going to happen. The players here for that reason. We don't know what is in the hearts and in the minds of people unless they express that. So right now, the players are here. They did their thing, and that is it. Oh, you mean Demo? Right? They are here. Let them have a good time. Let them party. Let them have fun. You understand me? And yeah. When they are ready, we had a big show about it last night. When they are ready, you will know. You will know. When they are ready to represent Jamaica, trust me, you will know. Then Demo, you never hear the big song where we play yesterday, man. We play a J Shy, same name.
Over bleachers when I deal with. Grandstand when I deal with. Now you know, we not coming a laughing thing, reggae boy come fi kick over some full side. And winning we come on reggae boy. We not coming fi laughing, no boy at all. So listen me now, head of state, Damian Lowe, no boy can't pass you. And Jay Blake, hey Bobby Reed, kill them with the skill and the speed. Them are grey, murder them right away. Kaim Dixon, what are you bad? Reggae boys. I taught them no. One chunk.
Reggae boys, excuse me.
How many just one out there?
How them ground, man? Who them?
We don't know who them.
Them dead.
20 Curtis, sing no man.
Say reggae boys are murder.
How them a murder?
Some eat that side now.
A reggae boys.
We drop them plastic yard this time.
You the light up for the reggae boys.
Everybody while ain't no wonder.
We's the murder.
Them can't run no time.
Run to the lock of the
So we drop them plastic that place.
Reggae boys.
And we're gonna murder them in a
Reggae boys. Grandstand and bleachers.
Reggae boy, we don't laugh in a man.
Reggae boys. You know them big, bad and heavy. Any side test for tonight, them a go berry. Reggae boys, tell them you're big, you're bad and you're ready. Any side test you tonight, them a go. Reggae boys, don't you feel? You know a goal. If I'm not tree, you know a four. Reggae boy, have it under control. Side of it dead, when ball and roll. Oh, what a joy, you know my thing. Leon Bailey, run down the wing. stop it, kick it, buzzer, doing thing. Action pack, Jamaica have to win. Reggae boy, them have to crown them the king. Bleachers, grandstand, put up on hand and say, bam, 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 bam.
Ain't no competition. And we run the island.
The whole world.
The east is none and south.
Watch round them now.
Nobody knock them out.
John
We
O'Star.
are the favorite.
Say reggae boy.
Reggae boy bombastic. Say we will murder side in there. In the stadium, fair and square.
I am a
we
man.
are the champion.
But I am it now.
Reggae boy, we never so wild.
A reggae boy, you leave them in a E-cup. All in the net, so we have to reach World Cup. But on the ball, you know, some man a genius. Time for pass, so in we bust your knee cup. Limber keys, and we say you straight to Venus.
You want to leave the keys, sir? We said you're straight to Venus. This you come from boss, man. All right. So you don't want to know Demo.
2026, 2026, 2026. World Cup for the dream. Your people believe. We're reggae boys in the office. The national stadium. Aside I get dirt to them a feet go down. Did it, send another one come. Ready, yeah we ready right now. Coulda ball, coulda beg. Full up them net. Not take no check a World Cup we say. Daily on the right, show and grade down the left. Buzzer up top, cause I hit my pussy there. Goal, yo the crowd shout out. Goal, yo the place get low. Goal, over beaches low. Goal, and gun stand up. Goal, yo the crowd shout out. Goal, yo the place get low. Goal, over beaches low. Goal, and gun stand up. Get nice when we spark out down the line. Dixon, just give a boy a pile. See fast, just cut it on the line, them get panic. Low bus a tackle and the crowd is static. Bobby up the ball, none of them can touch it. Pin up start the play and find a pass down the line to one down. Now this time we fire a kick and the keeper couldn't stop it. Goal, yo the crowd shout out. Goal, yo the place get low. Goal, over beaches no. Goal, and gun stand up. Goal, yo the crowd shout out. Goal, yo the place get low. Goal, over beaches no. Goal, and gun stand up. No goal can't score when I play key a keep. Dexter Greg Lilly at the body every must sweep. Hector, Tushan Bernard, why not calm down the play? Wanna rough up a boy DJ. We find a pass right away, replay. Papa take it and turn key right. He might do the dirty work, what a joy. You see reggae boy score goal. Yo the crowd shout out. Goal. Yo the place get low. Goal. Over beaches no. Goal. A gun stand up. Goal. Yo the crowd shout out. Goal. Yo the place get low. Goal. Over beaches no. Goal. A gun stand up. Yo where we
Hey, you know what I take this thing for?
right now.
Money pull up.
Yo we winning right
Oh, money pull up.
now.
Oh, money pull up. I think it's a free pull up thing, road. I want to go on, man. Ah, yeah. You understand me? Money pull up, run of this. Money pull up, no free pull up. Yeah. No free pull up. What are you talking about? No free pull up, run of this. Money pull up for them a big tune there. You see me? All right. Yeah, man. But I love the song. I think the goal song here could actually, them could do some more work with it, get some more, some more melodies connected to it, and this could be the song, because it really call out almost all the players, You understand me? I think that is something that could be done. I like it. I like the idea, the goal, Yeah. You understand me? So I think that is a good thing right there. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Yeah. All right. Yeah, man. So love the vibe. Parky. Yeah, man. I'm on a pull up thing, man. I say thing, man. All right. So people. All right. So that is it. So I think because Jamaica, let me just say this, right? Because I must say the work that has been done by Independence Park and the government and the Jamaica Football Federation, and all the other sporting entities that use the national stadium to get lighting is good enough, because the state was that the lumens at the stadium were not bright enough to keep or host the night games. Though the JPL finals were there, you would realize that some of the towers didn't have all the lights working. So I know the government of Jamaica, Independence Park Limited, the Jamaica Football Federation, the J3s, they're all coming together to ensure that for the June 1st meet, and this is the next problem now, because they're going to have the Racers Grand Prix on June 1st at the National Stadium, and then 5 days after that, you have the World Cup qualifying. So all the work that has been done, I know that like they have worked together to ensure like you're not going to have like discuss and shot put for the event, which means that the field will not be damaged. So all of these things are very important, because you don't want these players who are coming off long season just coming in for a game, because a lot of the players are on holidays, you know. Check the ones who are like in Championship, League One, in the team, who have been on holidays earlier because their team didn't go all the way to the playoffs and things. Like, so it's a very tough time. I don't know if maybe we need to do our World Cup qualifiers and sync it with what happens in Europe, because so many of our players are in Europe. Maybe CONCACAF need to look ahead to that as well. All right. So yeah, so like those things, you realize there's a lot of issues, but there's a lot of work that needs to be done on the national stadium. All right, the stadium cannot be in the same state as it was in 1998 when we have a new campaign. So, for example, people should go to the stadium and can see replay on the big screen, man. Come on. And if the one in there not working, there are companies like all kind of billboards over every time there's because I'm down in the Richmond area, you know. All right. And every time they have the big show, you can see these big TV screen inside there. So where them get that from? Where did they get that from? This thing, every time there's an event, Independence Park should ensure that if the big TV thing inside the stadium is not working, that they get something to set up in the stadium so that the people who have paid their money can watch the replay. You can imagine you go a bathroom and a goal score, and you not get to see the goal, and you there the match live, and the man with the here that watch it on TV seat. We have to have those kind of things. We have to be able to see the replays in the stadium. And I think Independence Park need to find a way of getting that going inside the national stadium. We need a clock up there showing us what time is remaining in the game as well. You understand me? Yeah. So, man say no, they're the rich one here, my boss. Nothing out of yo, Brian. MOND. It's MOND, my boss. MOND, not MAN. MOND. MO. No, but look at the amount of rentals at Independence Park. They must be able to find the money. The stadium is not cheap to rent, you know. They just had they had a big, well, they just had the JPL, they had the Jamaica Invitational, now they have in the Racers Grand Prix and World Cup qualifier. The stadium is not for free, it is on rental. It is on rental. Brian is saying that there's no TV at Sabina Park as well, so I guess it is a stadium issue. Whoa. So Peso, call in and tell us the plans. Because you always tell people to go watch sport. You tell people to go watch other things. You were watching, you heard the plan. What are the plans, Peso? Are they paying 70% of the maintenance for the stadium or for the maintenance of Independence Park? Because in the stadium is just part of Independence Park. Leela Robinson Court is part of it as well, you know. Leela Robinson Court, the indoor netball arena and basketball is part of it, you know. So yeah. So it is for the entire place. So that means when they keep all the things at the car park, you know, all of those, like I think Leon Bailey, isn't Leon Bailey dance being kept in the parking lot there as well? Peso, me now go watch it. So if you don't want Peso, if you don't want come talk or what the man say, nobody can put it in here and tell people to go watch. You watch it to tell us. What did the man say that makes you believe that there's going to be? You love tell people go and watch that for yourself and hear. What did you hear? What did you hear, Peso? Come and tell. You're not bright enough to express what man said to us so we can understand. We believe you in a Peso. We trust that you will do a good job in representing him. So come and tell us. Look at this. 2.3 million to rent Sabina Park. And here is, no man, Brian, we'll give you a piece of joke. You know that it's more expensive to rent Sabina Park than the National Stadium. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Peso. Let me tell you again, Peso. Brian, it is more expensive. It's more expensive to rent Sabina Park than it is to rent the National Stadium. Yes, sir. But Peso, me never ask you why you all right, so Peso. Peso, you know what you need to do? You need to change your company from old McDonald to new McDonald, my boss. Change it to new McDonald. Because I don't understand. You say you watch a thing, boss. We just ask you to tell you, tell us you don't work for you work for all. We never ask you work for, sir. What wrong with Peso, man? Yo, them sausage they don't all McDonald and them bacon and them thing, them man. Too much pork in your system, brother. Understand me? Major Desmond Brown from Independence Park Limited said it's 1.8 million Jamaican to rent the National Stadium before we talk about lights. Okay, there you go. Yeah. Oh, yeah, oh. And that for me had some Peso cut. Yeah, the bathrooms need to be dealt with too. And over time, I think some of these things, yeah. All right, so Peso, if Peso, the man them say we out of credit, you know, I can call you, you know. I can call you. You understand me? You want me to call you, Peso? Yeah. So that is the good news. So people make sure that you're buying your tickets, right? Remember, when you use Simon, that there's a QR code, lot of flyers and billboards all over the place now. So when you scan the QR code that is out, it brings you straight to the ticketing site. And when you go there, if you enter I Am Sure Sports, you get 10% discount on the ticket. That would mean that you'd only pay 1,300 and watch this, $1,350 for the ticket. Yeah, this man, How me call him, and if me don't have, even don't have no data or Wi-Fi, so me no can call him. Me no can call him on a regular. Hey, Gunners boss, why me I tell you? I don't know. I don't. People, I know I'm not giving no trouble. All right, all right. So Demo, yes, and we did big up the West Indies. Let's just move on. So Champions League, Elaine, right? Elaine, I don't know. She was supposed to be in Grenada. I think that has been cancelled. Right now we're talking about Elaine. I think that the meet are, I don't know if it is Elaine who cancelled or they canceled, but she's not going to be in Grenada. I think something is wrong with. Oh, all right. This is a good question. I think something is wrong with Elaine and Brianna. Either the kind of training that they're having is not adequate, I believe, to get them up to the required standard to qualify for the Olympics in Paris. I think both of them are going to struggle to make the Jamaican team. I think Elaine has a better chance. And as you know me, Shelley and Fraser Price is a darling. Big up Sharika Jackson. But Elaine is an athlete because I think she's one of those athletes that she's going to be her. Right? She's out there. Her demeanor is different than most of the other athletes. And so I've always been a fan of her. And it's sad for me to see her performing the way she is. Like, I think she's way better than she's performing. And I would love for her to have some sort of discussion with either Shelley's coach or I don't know, but I think she needs some additional help in that area to get her up to speed, up to the place that she's supposed to be. And if that doesn't happen, I'm like, no, it's going to be very difficult for her. However, I believe if she does find that she gets up to par, she can beat any one of these athletes, including like I believe if Elaine is 100%, none of these, Shakara Richardson, Shelley, nor Sharika can beat her in the 100 meters. I am telling you. Oh yeah, Shelley coaching her now. Yeah. All right, the Royal Stripes Brent was to move from Otto Boulder. Not sure who tricked her. A lot of people, it's kind of funny, because now. Oh, you're saying that she was jogging. But you know what is funny though, Brian? A lot of people are saying that, yeah, man, Mr. Walcott coached them both. It's my error. Yeah. What I'm saying though is that the truth isn't people that when she was at Otto Boulder, a lot of people that Otto had brought her to like the match, like she couldn't go any further than where she was. And she needed someone else. I think at that point, like this is where I think she should have gone to like a Stephen Francis or a Glenn Mills. I think the club that she chose at that time was not the best for her based on where she was. You cannot go to those newer track clubs like in the latter stages of your career when you can manage your coaching regime by yourself to some extent. At a young age, you want to go with one of the seasoned professional, successful coaches. Of course, Gunner's boss. What you talking about, Gunner's boss? Then one of the stop, Gunner's boss. Brianna Williams is one of those who came. All right, just give him name. Andrew Hudson. Some of the better sprinters now, the guys who run in some of the good times are guys who were once US coming to Jamaica. What are you talking about? Gunner's boss. Yo, you don't know the sports, man. Stick to basketball. Oh, here's what is going on. The organizers canceled the meet, citing the prevailing local and regional economic environment, which has made it extremely difficult to get the level of sponsorship and general support needed. Also, there is no meet on the 1st of June again. Whoa. This is good for the football game, but whoa. People, you see what I'm telling you? That you see Jamaica on a whole, when it comes on to the business community, they really don't support sports, you know. So if you say you want to beat football and don't support it, look at what track and field has done. And is this right, Preacher? Is it the Racers Grand Prix that has been cancelled? Is it the Racers Grand Prix? Is this? Are you speaking of the Racers Grand Prix? I need to confirm this. Whoa. This is not good. Oh, the meet in Grenada. Oh, must be the meet in Grenada. Oh. Okay, it's a meet in Grenada. Yeah, man. Okay, the meet in Grenada. Racers Grand Prix is still on. It's a meet in Grenada. That's why Elaine is not there. No, I get it. Okay. Yeah, man. No, I get it. All right. Yeah, no shot put. Yeah, I didn't make mention of that, right? So I think that is the challenge right now, right, where that is concerned. So let's move to the tier 2 because we're almost 1 hour into the program. Please remember you can call in. Remember. All right, that means you can call in and let your voices be heard. All right, please keep your calls at 5 minutes, especially if it has absolutely nothing to do with the topics that we are discussing. Real Albala. See you, Real Albala. Big up yourself. Big up yourself, Real Albala. Big up yourself. All right. Now, tier 2. For those of you who are into the tier 2. So, geez, what? Boy, as we say, call in. Who is this on the line? We have Freemo. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports, Freemo. How things going?
Big up everybody in the comment section. I don't think more than 5 minutes. I just want to take 2 seconds to big up the great Augustone football team, Major League champion, to shout out to them, beat up aside, and we are now Major League champions. So 1 Augustone badness. I am not sure if you put it out for your show, but please highlight the great Augustone football club.
So let me ask you something. So if Augustone end up winning the Super, will they be playing in the tier 2 to go to Premier League? Or are they going to do like the rest of the team and don't go and play there?
I have no idea what's going to happen, brother. I'm just know the Muslim win, and they're very proud of their accomplishment.
You know who is the coach at Augustone?
I don't know his name. I mean, I met him.
Isn't he Peter Davis, the former big baller from he used to play for JC.
But I think so, but I don't remember his name. But I asked him about him, man. I asked him about you.
Eh? You can ask him. You can
remember the name, but you don't really know him.
No, them not know him. Them not know me as that. When me I play ball, me never name Manning's man.
No, but you know him though. No. I never say Manning's man, obviously.
Oh.
Him.
Oh, no. Because remember those guys play them. I mean, they're older than me, so he's older than me. But he used to play for JC. Peter Davis. What them call him again? Jeez and peace. So him name again, man. Oh my Lord. What's his name again? No man, him have me just try remember him. Me just try remember him alias. But but I know that he used to play for JC. I think Peter Davis. Oh geez. Me have him name on the top of my lip, you know. Juggler him name. Juggler. Big up Juggler. Former JC player. Yeah. Juggler him name. Yeah, man. All right. Yeah. So big up Augusttown. Congratulations. We did do it on yesterday's show, and big up Boys Town as well. Congratulations. Yeah, we did it last night.
The show, so from yesterday, but I missed the show, that's why. So yeah, man, big up yourself.
All right, then, Dima, blessings. Yeah, man. Yeah, so Juggler is his name. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So tier 2. So the tier 2 teams are those who have qualified, right? Racing from St. Catherine are in. True Jews from St. Catherine are in. Now Reno are in. But Chapelton Maroons, I think if Baptist Alliance can beat Reno in the last round of games and then Chapelton Maroons lose, then Baptist Alliance would come in. But how it looks right now, it looks like Racing will either play Chapelton Maroons in the semifinal or Baptist Alliance, and Reno and True Juice will play in the semifinals. So that is it for the tier 2. Right, Peso? Right, Peso? Yeah, we talk about Nidar dos Santos. Leaving Montego Bay, and he said it was not by mutual consent. That means they never renewed his contract. He wanted to come back for preseason, but Mobile said, none of that. I wonder if the Brazilians will stay, seeing that the Brazilian coach is not here. That is the next big question. Yeah. All right. That is the next question. Will the Brazilian coach stay since the Brazilian players are not going to be here? Yeah. All right. On to CONCACAF World Cup qualifying, because some of us are not paying attention to the other World Cup qualifying games, you know, as if it's only Jamaica playing Dominican Republic. So let me help you, because there's a game that I want to talk about, because there are some very interesting games, you know. All right. So Antigua and Barbuda will play against Bermuda on Wednesday the 5th, 2 p.m. You see that right there. Suriname, the great Suriname. Probably the first time in a long while Suriname not going to meet Jamaica, because Suriname and Jamaica always somehow find a way of meeting. So Suriname will be playing against St. Vincent and the Grenadines at home on Wednesday, June the 5th. I think that's a good game. Curacao should get the better of Barbados, as I believe Suriname and St. Vincent and the Grenadines will be a close game, but I think they will get the better of St. Vincent and the Grenadines as well. But the game that I want us to pay attention to is this Trinidad and Tobago versus Grenada game on Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Right? I think it's a game I need to watch, because the Grenada team, they are not far away from the Trinidad team. The Trinidad team is a good team, but the Grenada team is not far away from them. And this could be a very close game. It will be in Trinidad and Tobago. So the expectation is that Trinidad and Tobago will win, but it's a good game to look forward to. So let us not ignore the rest of the games that are being played. The next game in the Jamaica zone will be played on Wednesday. So we can get to watch that game at 9 p.m. That is Guatemala, Jamaica's last game. I believe will be Guatemala in Jamaica in this, right? Guatemala versus Dominica, right? Dominica. So you can basically watch that game to see how the Dominica team will look, because Jamaica will play Dominica next. Then you have Nicaragua versus Montserrat, right? I am picking Nicaragua to win that game. All right. Then you have Haiti versus St. Lucia. I think that's the next good game. because St. Lucia, you know, Vina Barkley and Melvin Duxley and Alvinus Myers. So what? Look out for the St. Lucia team. They had a very good Nations League Pool B. So look out for them. Then, you know, Jamaica versus Dominican Republic. All right. Honduras versus Cuba in Honduras. Cuba normally poses threat to these teams. Honduras has been rebuilding. I think Honduras take this one. All right. Panama should get the better of Guyana, though I understand that Guyana has done massive recruiting. So I hear that they have a good team. They have started their league over there in Guyana. I know Alex Thomas is over there coaching as well. So you can never tell, right? Then you have El Salvador versus Puerto Rico. Costa Rica versus St. Kitts and Nevis. Those are the first round games, all right? And then, you know, we can also watch the British Virgin Islands game on the 8th because Jamaica play on the 9th to see how they play when they host Guatemala. So I am suspecting, right? I am suspecting, right? I am suspecting, right, that Guatemala will have 6 points. I think Guatemala defeats Dominica and they defeat the British Virgin Islands. Watch those games. Watch for the amount of goals that are being scored, right? Because I think those games are going to be won by Guatemala, which means that Jamaica will need to beat Guatemala, you know. All right? Oh, Jesse Marsh. Why I saw like Jesse? Why do I think Jesse Marsh was going to be given the USA job? He got the Canada job. Big up like my big defender friend, you know, none other than Mr. Ethan Pinnock, you know, big defender that, you know, people. You understand me? Yeah. All right. So you see we're going through. You see we're going through the topics quickly because I know most of you don't want to hear those things, you know. No, don't want to hear them kind of business there. All right. If you didn't watch last night's show, you need to watch last night's show. All right. You need to watch last night's show. Very good show as we spoke about some of those documentation issues for players and that kind of stuff. All right. Let's get the video up to 100 likes before we move on to our next topic. Remember, you can call in. Let your voice be heard. Share your thoughts. Give your feedback. Right. This is what the program is about. You know, hearing from you, the fans. Yeah. Last night, RR said it was the best show. Don't know about it, but be the best show, but it was very informative, and so many people shared some of the similar experiences. So yeah. So definitely make sure you go ahead and watch that. All right. Yeah, man. Remember to hit the like button, people. Hit the like button. Like the video. That is what immediately hit the like button. Very easy to subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Go ahead and subscribe. Let us get at least 10 subscribers today on the show. All right. Help me to get 10 subscribers today. Go ahead and do that right now. You can also support the channel by giving a super sticker or a super chat. No, some of you are on lunch break. Some of you have gone back to work today because yesterday was Memorial Day, a holiday. So you had a long weekend. So you're probably out there now having partied and enjoyed time with your family yesterday. You probably a drop asleep on the people them work. Wake up, Jason. Wake up, Drew. Wake up, Lulu. Wake up. Don't sleep on the people them work. Wake up, Demo. Don't sleep on the people them job. Enjoy Memorial Weekend and want to sleep on the people them work. Wake up. Wake up, Michael. God. Wake up. Wake up, Gunners boss. What the matter with you all? Wake up! Yeah. All right. Oh, yeah, the I-95. Big up RR. Wake up. Oh, Jason got a longer holiday. Oh. All right. To the escape. All right. So those are some of the fixtures in CONCACAF. Don't worry, Andre is today. Wish you were here to talk about that Trinidad and Tobago game. To hear what the Trinidad and Tobago squad is. People, the squad. People are asking about the squad. Ricky Rampersad. Coach Al Grimson will release his squad by the end of the week. All right. Coach Al Grimson will release his squad by the end of the week. All right. So yeah, by the end of this week. Yeah. So by the end of this week, you should get the squad. All right. Sometimes it's good to delay your squad so your opponent cannot scout your team. So by the time your squad release, they don't have enough time. They can just assume that this person is going to be in a team. Right? Yeah. All right. We have a caller. Let's take Mikey back right now. One, Mikey. How you doing, Mikey B?
Very good, sir. Listen, I know you may not want to talk about this topic, but we'll talk about the Reggae Girlz because them up here before the Reggae Boys.
Yeah, man.
Revenge.
Of course, man.
I know we knocked them out at the second round of 16. So, what's your thoughts on it? The Brazil team change? The same team, or it's the...
The Brazil, I know that like Marta, a few of them are no longer there. The older players, I know that. Yeah. So what I have heard so far is that they're rebuilding their team.
Okay. Yeah, and is can we get the game or you don't know yet?
The game, yeah, man, you can get the game. The game will be seen. I can't tell you where yet, but I know that by the time we get there, the first game I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Yeah.
I know that you're official with the JFF, official, but anyway, the team, the squad for the Copa, did they come out? The 55 or the 60-man squad?
No. So what happened, right? All the teams have had to send what they call the like a provisional. So every team had to send that. That has been sent, but that is not a public document. It don't need to be made public because it's not the official team.
Right. Yeah,
so,
I understand.
Right. That. So that is sent to Copa. Like these are the players because like Jamaica could put even Emil Smith as an example in there, if they wanted to. It doesn't mean that he will be in the final because all of those things could be in there pending documentation.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So what people are asking about really is who are the players who are going to be in the World Cup qualifying game versus and I'm saying that all I'm saying to the people is that I don't believe it is right that a squad be released without the coach releasing it. So until the coach puts out a squad, if anybody else does that, something is wrong. So you understand me?
Somebody put out a bogus squad. From I read a couple names, I said this is bogus. This doesn't make no sense. So we just laugh.
But we can have discussion. We can have discussion and to say, listen, it would be good. One thing I know is that there are players who are injured. There are players. So, for example, Dexter because if you follow the rule, he got card in the game against Panama in the Nations League, and Casey got card. So those players will miss Jamaica's next game, whatever it is. So so Casey.
Got 2 yellow cards.
No, man, they had an accumulation of card.
Oh.
So they will be, which is what Winston was saying. That's what Winston was saying, is that the suspension should not carry over to a different competition, but it is the same confederation keeping the competition. So it would not.
2 different competitions.
No, but it's just like, remember, we're having this discussion last night. Like they were saying, if you get a red card in the FA Cup, you still miss the next league game.
Okay, but what I'm trying to say is that CONCACAF run their nation league. The World Cup is run by FIFA. You understand what I'm trying to say?
No, the World Cup, but it is the CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers.
Why do I try every technical thing? All right, well, I mean, yeah, them can't. Well, you know, so next month.
So that's two. You know that, for example, you know that that's two persons. You know that Amari Bell has been injured.
He's injured.
So you can look on that and say, well, he will not be there. Dexter will. All right. Yeah.
And also, Bailey is out.
Bailey is out. As far as I know, because he said that he's taking a break. He did come out and say that.
Is Gray got a concussion? Is Gray's back or he's out?
Oh, Demarai Gray? No, he had. Remember, he picked up. So he's injured. He's probably going to be out because I don't think, based on the timeline, which is 6 weeks, that he's going to be back in. You understand me?
Okay. All right. So we have a.
Hold on. Rob, hold on. Just hold on, Mike. Rob Smith.
Yeah.
I did not. Listen, the Saudi League is not organized by CONCACAF, so Demarai would not miss his club game. He would not, right? So, but if he misses, if he got a yellow card, accumulation of card that led up to the last game in the Nations League, and then he can't play in the next game in the CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers. Two different things.
Yeah, two different.
So there are many injuries. Andre Blake has been out for Philadelphia, so you have to ask: is he fully recovered? So you can look at those things and see who are the players who are normally here, who are injured. Because if you follow the players, you know that Amari Bell has not been playing. Yeah, you understand me? You know that Andre Blake has not been playing for Philadelphia because of injury, right? Because he was even at the JPL game final. So you can look at those things and you understand me and begin to make major and have discussion. But in terms of the releasing of the squad, I think that is up to the coach to do. And you wait until the coach do it, and then you kind of have a more fulsome discussion and keep yourself credible.
Yeah, because I say people, you know, not because Mr. Nelson is vacation in Jamaica and some other players that have Jamaican connection, the people getting the hype up. But I understand it's a good talking point, but I wait till Friday, maybe this Friday come in the squad. Usually a week before them drop the 23 or 24. So hopefully this Friday or Saturday we get a team and then we know what we're working with for the next two games, and then the next 2 weeks or so after that we get the Copa squad.
Yeah.
And see what we're working with that team also. So hopefully everybody will be fit and ready for the Copa. I think we will take the first two games. I think playing DR at home, we should take that one, and playing as a Virgin Islands in their camp. Only thing on Virgin Islands that them play artificial turf over there, and whenever Jamaica play artificial turf, they don't play well. I noticed that. I even went to
so where we're going to play an artificial turf surface?
In the Virgin Islands.
Oh, in the Virgin Islands. Yeah. Yes. I thought we were talking because you know we're going to play at like Windsor Park, I think, in Dominica, because it is a cricket pitch, but it's going to be. Yeah, like it's going to be to the sideline. It's almost like us. Right. It's like us Sabina Park. No, not for. Yes. All right, so there are two things. So when you watch the Flow Champions Cup, the Flow Cup that they used to do, they do the field differently than when they did it for the JPL game. For the JPL game, how they did the pitch, it made the cricket pitch almost in the middle of the field. When they were doing like the girls' game and the schoolboy game, it was to the side of the field.
Okay.
So they can.
Which one do you think is better?
I think in Windsor Park, I think they're going to put it to the side because those places are not really footballing places, you know. Because like when you do like pre-visit to those places and you talk to the people, them don't even know that there's a World Cup qualifier against Jamaica coming up.
Okay. Well, I think we should take the first two games. The one against Virgin Islands. Although it's artificial surface, some players.
No, but that Virgin Island game not playing until in 2025 though.
Yeah. Oh, we're playing.
Dominica Republic in Jamaica and Dominica away.
Right. So we're supposed to take Dominica away, and we're supposed to beat the DR. DR is a tougher challenge, I think. But what I was saying, I'm moving forward to 2025 with the Virgin Islands because artificial turf, a lot of players don't like to play artificial turf because it hold on to you. It causes a lot of injury. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
You have to read the right cleats. Because if you don't read the right cleats, you can get seriously leg damage there.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm looking forward to the Reggae Girlz playing first, and then the Reggae Boys after. Football is back, guys, winning everything. I think we will hold Brazil to maybe a 1-1 stalemate again.
Yeah. It's kind of like for me, I just think like the truth is, like a lot of the discussion online has been about, and then I know some people are talk about you don't do this for the girl people. Some of you don't talk about the girl. So watch this now. Some of the people who do a whole lot of content on YouTube, right? And always like they advocate for girls. Here it is that the girls are playing. The girls are in Brazil, and they are the girl squad is out, and they are trying to figure out the boys squad or the male team squad, and not discussing, like you said, the girls.
Yep. But when the girls them decide to strike, them of course them are them with them or what. Guys, you have to support the girls them 100%. Even when they was on strike, the team that played, the younger ladies, I supported the team because Jamaica played.
Absolutely.
I supporting Jamaica, not supporting JFF. I'm a Jamaican, and any Jamaican team they put out here, I am going to support. Whether it's sixth graders or big women, I'm going to support it. That because I'm a Jamaican. And listen, when somebody get injured or for some reason them can't play, it's a next person opportunity to prove themselves.
Yeah.
And you made us find a diamond in the rough. I saw it as a sports go. That's why you must be always fit and ready to roll when your name called. You understand me? Because when you decide you're gonna take a time off or you don't want to play or it's a next person opportunity. Next last question before.
Well, Jason Guna just want the people to know that tonight he will be doing a show dedicated to the Reggae Girlz and looking back at their season. All right, so you can check out Jason Guna TV.
Calls. Yeah, them say must take calls.
Jason Guna, Mikey saying that you should take calls, Yeah, all right. Yeah, the next thing you wanted to say.
Yes, the new coach, well, the recycled coach Bugsby. What do you think of the job he's going to do?
I think he will do a good job. I thought he was doing a good job. I thought it was a very unfortunate incident because I think you'd have still brought the girls to the World Cup and all of that. So yeah,
I think he would have done a better job than the coach that took them to the World Cup. That is I think he was playing better when he had the team before the unfortunate incident or unfortunate non-incident.
Yeah.
But I wish him all the luck. I wish the girls all the luck, and hopefully we'll keep moving forward. And I'm happy that young Van Zanten is in the team.
Yeah.
And hopefully I see how she perform. Because she play for Florida, right? I hope to see how she perform for Jamaica if she get a chance to play.
Yeah. And I'm glad. Yeah, man. I'm glad that Slay Washington was called up.
I think because she went high school or maybe she was going. She's in college now, right? She's in
college now.
You know what happened to college girls? They maybe still have classes and she don't not sure.
No, man, because like even Cameron Simmons has flown over already. I think most of them are already here.
Is Cameron playing pro now?
No, man, she's in Florida. She moved from Tennessee to Florida.
Oh wow! So she's playing for Florida now.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
And Groves, Laura Reed, who was in the team that came in to replace the girl. She's in the team. Israela Groves is in the team, so that is good.
No, I don't know who Reed is. Reed is from England, or she's from the UK. Where she is?
I think she's from but she was with the girls that played when the World Cup girls were absent.
Yes, yeah. Anyway, man, I've enjoyed the rest of your show. I'll be listening.
Yeah, man. Blessings, man. Yeah, man. All right. Appreciate the call as usual. Hey, big up Cranky, you know. Hey, Cranky. What? Long time, you know, Cranky. Cranky. Nah, move right. Cranky, nah, move right, you know, Cranky. You're not on the show. Hey, Cranky. People, Cranky. Switch. I can't see Cranky anymore. But it's all right, Cranky. You understand? The man get cranky. You understand? Big up yourself, Bridget. All right. Let's see. Peso. All right, Peso. You see, if you read on the people's website, so I am telling you one thing, you know, Peso. Here's the thing, Peso. You challenge what people say. When people ask if you talk, you then tell them that you tell them you work at Old McDonald, had a farm, here, ho. Nobody ask you where you work, you know. People say one thing, you go against it. When they say, all right, tell us why. Hey, you been to work, they say, no, Old McDonald farm work. Here, ho. So I told you about Andre Blake, right? If you go and read the Philadelphia website, you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll see what I'm talking about. You will see what I'm talking about, Peso. So Andre Blake, see, Bravo just said it that he had a surgery, 4 to 6 weeks. So my time if you listen to Peso. Peso, where the mango them the Peso? That you go to go climb the mango tree and pick the mango them and send them up on the Nuts Road Express, Peso. Peso go climb the mango tree. Sure. Yo, we need some mango, you know. Sure, man. Oh, Cranky. Oh, I see. Adata go on DW. Oh, Zin. All right, DW. Let me never know see them thing there. Big up bread trade. Okay. Adata go on, Cranky. The man and say, yeah, par with. Oh, I see what you mean. All right, Cranky. Yeah, man. Yeah. So the fans. So fans, make sure you're buying your tickets. Like, get your tickets. If you're listen, if you're in the States. Oh, all right. Breaking news, people, from the breaking news boss, the one and only breaking news general. When you talk about breaking news, you can only point to one source, Dre Anyweather Sports. All right. That is the breaking news general. And the breaking news general has just broken news on I Am Sure Sports is that Chelsea have locked down Omari Hutchinson for another season. So he will be a Chelsea player up until 2026. Breaking news, Dre. Big up yourself for breaking that right now. All right, cool. Yeah, all right. So yeah, fans, so get your tickets. And I'm saying to the people, Gunners boss and people overseas, listen, if you have $100 right, that can buy 10 tickets. Buy 10 tickets for your primary school, that the primary school you used to go to. The prep school you used to go to. The high school you used to go to. The secondary school you used to go to. Just buy some tickets and send there. Right? Buy some tickets, send there so that the kids can go. Buy them for your community. You understand me? Yeah, buy them for your community. Buy them for your community. Buy them for your community. Send back. You understand me? You don't have to give Manning's man. You don't have to give Peso. You don't have to give Fresh God. You don't have to give anybody the money. You can go online and purchase the tickets. Buy them for the youth, them at Calabar, the Pepsi team, the Colts team. You understand me? Some youth from the first form. No, man, I don't. DW, they didn't have a buy option at the end of it. It's just a loan only. There was no buy option at the end of the loan. Oh, sorry, breaking news, boss. So breaking news, boss said that he didn't say that he will be a Chelsea player. He could be sold. They just timed down until 2026, but he could be sold. Sorry, breaking news, boss. Just corrected the I am sure news, boss. Big up Dre, any weather sports. Sir. All right. So fans do that. The game. All right. I think we discussed that. No, the squad. All right. Yeah. Come on, people. Hit the like button. Subscribe and share. Hit the like button. I'm not seeing a new subscriber today. What go on? What the new subscriber? Where the new subscribe them there? Where are the new subscribers? Where are the new subscribers? Where are they? What's going on? Yeah. So listen, I think here's what I think, people. I think the grouping of players that if you go since Coach Hal Grimson has taken this team, the players that he has used, the system that he has played has created a good core of players that regardless of who is present or absent, especially for games like we have in the World Cup qualifiers, while not underestimating anyone, the principles of play will remain the same. What? There's a pink wall at job squad? People, there's a pink wall drop the squad, you know. Which the Bogo squad pink wall drop? Go change pink wall to pink fence, you know. It's pink fence, you know, if you call them, but pink wall. It's pink fence. Hey, Dre, it's a new year, you know. You see them $1.99 thing, and if you stop them in a bus. You have to upgrade, brother. Double for your trouble. You understand me? $4 thing, brother. What kind of $1.99? Right? So and that is it. If you watch the Nations League, remember that you didn't have East and Pinnock. You need to have East and Pinnock. You didn't have Leon Bailey. You didn't have Shamar Nichols. You didn't have Demarai Gray. Right? You never had any of those players in the first game. So if you look at that first game in the Nations League, you didn't have Amar. Who you didn't have? You didn't have Eason Pinnock. You didn't have Amari Bell. Right? Right? You didn't have those two. You didn't have Mikael. You didn't have Demari. You didn't have Shamar. You didn't have Leon. That's basically 6 starters that you didn't have. And the team did well against USA, where 2 of those players were missing, right? Which is Demari and Shamar. You add them back to the squad and you see how the team performed against Panama. Long time we haven't defeated Panama. We did so in this game. The point I am making is this. How the coach has coached his team, set up his team, played his team, they have gotten the result against higher quality opponent. So, say Amari Bell, for example, is out injured, right? Leon Bailey is on break, who you actually missed. Demarai Gray, who you actually missed in that game. You have like the Shamar and these guys coming back. I think the team with this coach will still be strong enough to get favorable result. If you look at that game Michael Hector surprised many of us, because there are many of us who, up to that point, there are many persons who didn't even think Michael Hector should even be called back into the team. Shouldn't be. Right? He came back in that two game series and did exceptionally well, to the point where when you think about a starting 11, you think about, should Hector really be a part of it, even if all our best defenders are available? Let me ask you that. If all the defenders, you go from Ethan Pinnock, Joel Latibodier, Damian Lowe, Javian Brown, Tavon Gray, Dexter Lengbekiso, Amari Bell, and Greg Lee. Let's use those 8 along with Michael Hector. If you ask who out of those groupings should you select, there are persons who would probably select Michael Hector as one of them. So that is it, because how the team is coached and how the team prepares, right? It really allows for that, allows players to come into it and fit into a system of play. Not only that, we also saw something new at the Nations League, which is the implementation of like a 3 at the back that worked so well. We were able to keep our opponent in front of us. And I think if that is done as well, you see what Cranky is saying? Cranky is saying that in his selection, this is Cranky's opinion, that Michael Hector is the first name as a defender on the team sheet. DW says Bernard and Pinnock if it's a back 4. So you'd start Bernard and Pinnock. You wouldn't start Latibodier. So if you have all the defenders, you're starting Bernard and Pinnock. You're not starting Latibodier. You're not starting Damian Lowe. You're not starting Amari Bell. Somebody says, Jason Guna says Pinnock and Hector pairing. If we go back to 4, my second choice would be Pinnock and Bernard. So where do you play Damian Lowe? Back 3. All right. So everybody know have Hector in their defense. You realize that? Everybody know, most people know have Hector as part of it. Big up IT push. All right, this one said Fresh God. Big up, I said Fresh God said the same Cranky was one of the many persons who was on the Hector people view. The views can change by what the player show you. Okay. So you say Cranky has changes, yeah. And what they say, if the information changes, your opinion changes. They say he used to beat Hector bad. Cranky man, them say he used to beat Hector bad, you know. The true culture, you want me to do my preferred starting 11, or you want to do your preferred starting 11? Can't pick no starting 11, man. Can't pick no starting 11, man. Problem you want to get me now, man. Yeah. What Cranky is, I understand Cranky. Cranky was watching Hector on TV, but now that he has seen him live, it's a different player. Understand me? Hey, listen, people, me having baptism, you know. Yeah, me have some Chelsea fans that me go baptize and some Man U fans, me baptize them in the name of Arsenal. And me go do a video when me do the baptism. Them will go down in the water and them Chelsea shirt. And it's when them see, you see them will come out of the water, them will have on some Arsenal shirt. You hear? You watch. Baptize them in Arsenal name. You hear? Yeah. Yeah. But you know which player I think like for me, I think like, and I know a lot of people since he has not been at Everton this year. But like Mason Holgate is a player that you have heard me talk about a whole lot because I think he's very versatile. He can play like right back. I think he can play center back. He can play in midfield. I think he's a good utility player that can make a huge difference in terms of how yeah, man, me all unseen, man. Don't worry yourself, man. Me go baptize all unseen, Me go baptize unseen, and what go happen, you go see him go down in the water, in a Chelsea shirt. Yes, when him come up out of the water there, you go see him just emerge in a one Arsenal shirt. Yeah, man. I'd see that the first. I'd see this the first one. So Cranky is going to come on and join and thing. But I think Jason, I think like Mason Holgate would give us that diversity across areas. But I don't know, like if he comes in, he is a sure pick in this team, And I know he has not had a good season this time around. Oh, you think he's not good? Omar, call in and let me know why you said that, Omar. Omar Fowling, why you think he's not good enough? What have you seen to make you believe that? Yeah, but that is what we want to do. We want even a player coming from the EPL to have to struggle to get into the team. So if Mason Holgate, for example, like some of these players, if they should come in, the truth is that they should not come in believing that they have a right to our starting 11. They have to know that they have to come in and put in the work. Because I think Dexter has been playing well. Kirai has played well. So people have to come in and work. Yeah, Morgan Gibbs-White. Yeah. Like, I think like listen, you can tell the players, I think like Reece Nelson being in Jamaica, and if Emil Smith Rowe, there was a way for him to come out of that tie situation that he is with the English. If somehow FIFA would, there's a possibility of him switching to Jamaica. I think he and Reece coming in would be big for Jamaica. I think like Emil Smith Rowe would need it. I think if Emil Smith Rowe could become a Jamaican citizen, for example, right now and playing Copa America, it would be big for him going back to Arsenal. Like I think he and Reece Nelson, seeing that they are in Jamaica, should see if they could do that, because I think it would be big for them. I think it would be so big for them, because I think like Emil Smith Rowe, where he's at Arsenal, he needs that. So too Reece Nelson. So maybe the people who are hanging out with them and talking to them should tell them, Brethren, just get like I tell people, no man, just get the Jamaican passport, even if you want to play for England. Get the Jamaican passport still. We have Sir Cranky was joined. Cranky, the people them say have different power in P,
Yes, I power it myself. I like my company.
Welcome, boss. Good afternoon. How you doing?
Busy. I thought I would have a lot of time in my hand, but I really don't. Between family matters and trying to get this channel off the ground, which is not going well as I'd like. It's
What?
yeah, it's more effort than I thought it would be to get it. I just don't want to start something just to start its sake. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, is my audio is low? Let me.
No, man. It's very good.
Somebody in the chat says it's low.
No, I think it got higher. Okay. Yeah.
But no, it's good. It's good. I'll start it Monday. It's gonna drop Monday, people, 6:00. So click. I'll put out something later on this week for you to click on it. I'm looking for subscribers. So I see 191 people in the chat. Each of you just come subscribe. The name is Cranky Live, and we'll have some fun. I don't have an agenda. I don't have a schedule yet. I'm just working through it. So we'll see. I'm usually much more organized, but we'll see.
Yeah. So once you do it, Cranky, once you have the channel set up, you just come on, give me the link, bam, I just plug it on my show, so that way they can just click on it and go straight to the channel. Yeah,
I didn't realize it takes so much. People don't realize it takes time and enough stuff, because I know people like Guna and Bale, them jump out and start them channel, but when I look into what it takes, it's time that I have to commit to it, which sometimes I don't have.
And that is it. You realize, so you realize that even for me, I've been doing a whole lot less, because there are just these times when you just have things to do, man. You just have other things to do.
Yeah.
And if you follow YouTube, sometimes you spend all your time doing this, and then you have a whole lot of set of things.
I have to learn you too. You know the bad thing about it, man, and I've always said this, which is when I was working, my team always pressured me not to do anything, meaning I shouldn't learn I shouldn't do Excel, I shouldn't do work. They want to do everything for me, right? And I was pushed back on them, but I've always also don't push against them as much as I should. So now I have to learn certain tools. So it's not like Excel and Word, but now I have to learn things like Canva, because I like to do things myself, right? I don't want people to do something. I want to do it myself. So I have to find ways to figure out a way how to
like creating thumbnails and all of those things.
Creating thumbnails and creating backgrounds and all that. I want to do it myself. I don't want anybody to do it for me. Because when I want to change on a dime, I don't want to be, where is this person to do it? I don't want to do that.
Yeah. That's the thing. I had to learn those things, because I'm saying that sometimes what you have in your head, you can't communicate to someone for them to create what you want.
Right. Yeah. But it should be fun. I have a lot to say about a lot of things. Some people have been saying I should start my uncensored channel, but that's end of summer. I can't do everything at once. And I think the uncensored is going to be more fun, because I think sports is limited in terms of what you can talk about. The uncensored is everything and anything. And I want to find interesting topics. There are a lot of interesting topics to talk about. Some sensitive and others, but it should be fun. Yeah. So I want to start 2 channels. So if I learn the basics, then the second one should be easier to start.
Easier to do. Yeah. So. All right, cool. Listen, we're talking about Hector, and I saw someone just brought up a name. If you talk about how players are playing right now, like Alphas Powell, I think somebody brought up the name, has been playing real good for his club. The issue is, are there players that we should go past? Like people say, but we have passed the Alphas Powell stage, right? But it's the same thing like people were saying about Michael Hector, that we need to move past this player. Like there is Andre Gray. Are these players we should just move past them?
Look, I think...
No, Michael, hold on. Michael, he has not started the TV. He has not started the channel yet.
I'm getting grief because I'm trying to put the information out there, so when I start, I'm not scrambling to get some people to click on and subscribe.
Yeah. And it will be called Cranky Live, not Cranky TV.
No, we're not using a TV thing. Cranky Live, we're calling it Cranky Live. That means we're not doing a lot of recording, except when you're recording live shows. We're doing Cranky Live.
Yeah, but go ahead and give me a Michael Hector thought. And are there players that we need to like move past, even if they are playing well?
So look, I would have said that about Hector I actually converted from Hector before COVID. I used to beat Hector mercilessly. I'll admit that. In fact, I want to interview Hector one day, so we'll see if we can figure it out. But I watched him when I went to Orlando. I was impressed with him playing midfield. I didn't think Tapa treated him fairly when I watched him and Speedy playing in the midfield. Him take him out sometime, I'm like, but he's playing well. Why you take him off? And some of the players who have more renown weren't playing well and got to play the entire game. And then he went away for a while, whatever situation he had. And when I watched him, when I went down to Texas, I thought he was our most impressive player. I thought he was so calm and assured. And here's what impressed me about him. Because if I compare him to Pinnock, and Pinnock is at a higher level where somebody plays, but it's similar to me, the composure, the ability to play from the back. Look at his passing accuracy. When he makes 30-yard passes, they get into their destination. When some other defenders do, the passes go astray. So his passing, both short and long, is good. He's very composed. He reads the game well. He's positioned well. I thought that he was our best player when I watched him play in the Nations League. And I think when you play well, you should get the accolades. And if you don't play well, you shouldn't expect to get accolades, right? So I call out some other player. A lot of times it's more well known because the player's played 30 games for Jamaica and has played well, in my view. But I get grief saying I don't like the player. I beat Hector much more than I beat anybody else in football ever. I used to go on men's program and say, Hector should just sit beside the coach. Shouldn't even sit on the bench with the coach. And now I'm an Hector advocate, saying he should play, he should be the first name on the T-sheet for the defense, even before Pinnock. And that can sound heresy, but I'm telling you what I've seen with my eyes versus what the person's pedigree is supposed to be and where they play currently. I heard you mention Holgate. Look, Holgate career has regressed significantly over the last 3 years. You watch him coming through as a young player at Everton, playing well, getting game time. All of a sudden, and sometimes it's manager, but you watch his game. I haven't watched him as much lately, but I've watched a couple of games. He's pretty rash the way he plays. I would consider him more of a CDM than a center half because he needs cover. He needs people to protect him. And he's decent on the ball, right? He's decent on the ball, and he's a good defender, so you're looking for in your CDM. There are attributes you look for, but today where we are, I think he'd be a better CDM than a Latibodier, for example. Because I think he'd be much more stabilized where he plays and much more positional when he plays and wouldn't be all over the place like our current CDM split. In fact, we don't have a CDM now. We just have players running up and down in the midfield. We don't have no CDM. I think, would have much more spatial awareness when he plays and will be better in that position. But I don't see him in my center back now between the four that we have now. I don't see him getting out any of those four currently.
Yeah. I think though, isn't team formation is important, right? So I say that is Hector better in a back three than a back four?
I think Hector can play anywhere because when you're able to play, think about like a Declan Rice, for example. When you can play CDM and play center half, you're versatile in terms of 4 or 3, right? Because he played CDM for Jamaica quite a bit, at least on a tapper. And he's playing center half now. And I think sometimes you mature as a player. People don't realize that. When we first saw him 5-6 years ago, he was probably 22, 23. Now he's much older. He's more seasoned. He's more mature. He's learned the game better. He understands the game better. And he's playing is reflective of his maturity and his evolution. So I think we should take the players based on what they're providing currently. Age got to matter because the younger they are, the more you have to learn most times. But I think he has shown, at least in the window that we have seen him, both when he came in the first window for the World Cup, for the Nation League qualifiers, and the subsequent semi-final and final, that he is a better player than he was previously.
Yeah. But Mason Holgate is 27.
Yeah, he was young. When he was Everton 3, 4, 5 years ago, he was a young upcoming player, playing with Godfrey, playing really well, getting a lot of game time. His career has gone opposite to what his potential seemed to be at that time.
Michael Hector is 31. Does it make any difference?
Nah, man, today nowadays it's like in the NBA. We see with Durant and all these and all these players who before we reach 30, your career is over. I think now you can play up to 35 at a high level if you keep yourself in good condition. You eat right, you work out right, you keep yourself in good condition. Players are playing up to mid-30s now. It's not like before where, 28, 29, you peaked at 27, 26, 20, 28, and now you're going downhill.
Would you because I'm thinking, like, would you, like, if a player is not like high quality and they are 27, wouldn't it better for you then to get probably a young player in the championship who's playing every week, who is like 19 or 20 to kind of work with, instead of getting a 27 who is like they're coming down from their peak, while this player has a lot of potential to go up and get high.
Here's my view on that. So you probably know what I'm going to come out on this, which is, yes, strategic-wise, it may make sense to do that. But to me, I'm always going to say this 101 times, I get beaten all the time. If the person's a citizen, you want to play for the country, and he can make, and the coach wants him in the squad, then bring him in the squad. No difference in bringing that player in and bring the 19-year-old in.
No, man, I'm talking. That's what I'm saying. That So I have. So for example, I have, say a whole gear 27, but there's a next defender probably who is.
So Lemby, for example. So
yeah. So
Lemby's a better option. But there's no question Lemby's a better option.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, there's no question Lemby's a better option. Yeah.
I think that is what I'm talking about, because sometimes I think at 27, like the learning the system and the investment in that, if you're not already like the Ethan Pinnock's or the Mikel Antonio, you understand me, at that the level, how wise it is then. Like it's
Mikel is not a good example. Mikel is not a good example. Mikel matured late. You look at Mikel's history. Did Mikel tell you when Jamaica first come for him?
Yeah, he said he wasn't.
When he first played with Jamaica, he wasn't good enough, and he didn't blame them because he wasn't playing that well at a young age. So he's not. It does show you people mature late. Ali Watkins played League One, right? Tony played League One. Now you'd say they missed the boat on those players because the way they play now, so they would never be League One players, but players evolve and mature over time.
Let me give you a good example. Demo just brought up on him, Kirai Anderson. Should I be working with Kirai Anderson in the mid? Yes. If I need a midfield and it's between Mason and Kirai, as an example, who should I go with?
Kirai.
That's what I'm talking about. Like you almost, which is what Arteta kind of done at Arsenal, because like people are saying, no, DW, I'm not saying that 27 is not young, is that when you look at a 27-year-old, you have to look at their ceiling, like how good is the quality of this 27-year-old versus the potential of the 20-year-old that I have in the same position. And I think that's sometimes a dilemma for a coach. Do I go with youth or do I go with experience?
I think youth has more upside in terms of if they're similar level, the youth can evolve to be a great player. Mason Greenwood, to me, would not be a great player, given where he is and given his history. That you can evolve to be a great player. And what we don't want is Calvin Phillips, even though he's struggling now. What we don't want is a player that want to play for you, they have great potential, and we don't bring them in, and then we have regret later, right? Calvin Phillips in Jamaica midfield, even with his challenges now, would be a great addition. We should be looking for those gems, Manningsman. Here's what we should be doing, Manningsman. And I'll talk about some of these things when I have my own little thing. A lot, which is this. You should be looking for those potential Manningsman, those potential, and say, you know what? Why Manningsman is 19, 20. Look at me, a world beater. I want to make sure Manningsman knows he has two options. His home country, if he's Dutch, if he's English, and Jamaica. I'm going to give him a citizenship. I'm going to make sure he gets a citizenship. He may not want to come now, and he has me selected his home country, but it doesn't take a lot of money to do that. And it's his option. It's his choice. And I may bring him in earlier than England can afford to because they have so much options, which we don't realize, Manningsman. England can't bring in Morgan Gibbs-White when they have 4 to 5 players. We can bring them in. Make it difficult for them from they're young, when they have excellent potential, to want to join us. That's what we need to do.
And I agree with that, because I'm thinking like Deshaun Bernard is 23. Do I, like I said, bring in like a player who is 27 at the expense of giving Deshaun Bernard more game time? Seeing that if Ethan Pinnock is going to be one of those, Lati Bodier is also 23.
Right.
So when you think about
and getting better, by the way, they're getting better.
Yeah, so that is what I'm saying now. When you have a 27-year-old, if they're not like at the Ethan Pinnock, that listen, this guy, he's going to start. He is like the best of all of you. You need to learn from him. How do you get into that?
Yeah. No, these are tough choices because you want to satisfy everybody, but you can't. You only have so many options and so many spaces to fill. So, and it's good problems to have, actually. It's better than having no problem.
Yeah.
They're good problems to have.
Yeah.
But we have to create an environment, man, where, first of all, the infrastructure, the facilities, the environment, the ambience, whatever it is, players are going back saying, you got to come. And they're extolling the virtues and all the great things about playing in this environment in CONCACAF for the team.
What I find amazing, right, is like, obviously there's a disconnect somewhere because, let me give you a good example. Reese Nelson, who is here in Jamaica with Emil Smith Rowe, other players are here now. Like, they're just in resort on holidays. Other EPL players from other clubs who have Jamaican connection but play for England are in Jamaica all over. Some in Montego Bay, but they're not like out in the party. Because they're probably with their family, right? Because I know a couple others who are here in Jamaica, even a past player, big time past player, he's here with his family. So for like Emil Smith and like Reese Nelson, they are in the parties with Leon and Whisper and you see a lot of I see at least 5 persons who are frequent on YouTube in photos with them. All right. So they are taking photos with these people. I have some of the photos on my phone. Is it that these guys are not convinced, or they still linger the thoughts of, because I'm saying that you are here and people are saying to them, listen, we can help you now, because people have said that to Reese since you have been here. Listen, you are here. Let us help you get the passport. No, we can do that in one day and you don't have to play for Jamaica.
So what would the reluctance be? And I understand that reluctance then. Because no one's forced you to play. Get the passport. If you choose to play later, you can.
Yeah. So people have approached him and said, listen, all right. Even Emil, people have said to him, listen, still get the passport. Because they even said to him, Trent got a Jamaican passport and he will not play for Jamaica. And he got it recently.
Right. Yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't, actually. I just got mine. I just got mine a month ago. I didn't realize I did. I was telling this story the other day. I mean, this channel, Mannings, when I first came to this country, I didn't get U.S. citizenship because I say I'm Jamaican. I'm not getting a U.S. passport. For like 15 years, Mannings, man. Then one never realized I'm not really Jamaican and I'm coming on a Jamaican passport.
You know what is funny?
So I just when I got one. Actually.
You know what is funny? You know that last night we had a very interesting show with Our House Music, and he was talking about just how the world, because he was making the point that you can be born in the United Kingdom, but until you're, I think, like 12, you can't get, unless one of your parents are actually citizens.
Right.
Because if they are just residents, you don't get citizenship by birth. Unless they are citizens. Okay. One of your parents must be a citizen. And he said that what they have to do is to first get a Jamaican passport. No, listen, I know that he's kept tied, but I am saying he can. All right, so DW, let me say it again. Trent Alexander, let me give you again. His son, Cole, his son, what's his name? Kevin Campbell. All of those guys have Jamaican passports. No, they will never play, or they cannot play for Jamaica. So I am saying, what I'm saying, DW, is that I'm not concerned about him being kept tied. Get a Jamaican passport. Because if FIFA should open a window and say, listen, you can, because only after 5 years, you already have the passport. It may never happen. It doesn't hurt to have it. That's all I'm saying. I know that he is. All right? Go ahead, Cranky.
Yeah, I mean, I went to dinner with a friend of mine the other day. No, lunch with a friend of mine who is Jamaican, well accomplished. And she was telling me she's going through the process of getting her daughter was born in the U.S., a Jamaican passport. And it was a painful process for her. It wasn't painful for me. I don't know why it's painful for her. But people do it with their kids sometimes. They're like, you know what? I'm Jamaican. My kid is Jamaican. I'm going to get my Jamaican passport. There's nothing wrong. It's not going to hurt you except a couple $100. That's the only thing going to hurt you, a couple $100 and some time to generate the document. That's it. What's the big deal about, why would you not want to get it? Because you are Jamaican heritage, are Jamaican, born, bred, or by descent. So why wouldn't you want to get it? I don't understand that concept. Yeah. And for the players who are on the fence, I don't know why they wouldn't get it anyway. And a lot of people don't understand. Being Jamaican is cool, man.
That's why they come to Jamaica. That's what this is the point I'm making. You come your party, you talk about how you love the place, and they're saying that, listen, because you have the connection, just get a passport. What is the reservation? And like I'm saying that people have said to them, you are here. We can go down there by Pika, and in 24 hours, because you're here, you can get the documentation.
Yeah. Well, look, if they want to come on board, they come on board. If not, good luck to them still.
Yeah, it's just like, I think like Omari Hutchinson did the right thing. He has a passport, but he doesn't have to play right now.
Right.
But he has a passport. Bailey Kadamarti, I think he did the right thing. He has a passport. So if at 22, 23, he wants to play for Jamaica, he already has a passport. Same thing with Dexter and Kiroy and all of these younger guys. I think that is what some of them have to do. And what the federation needs to do is to further do that. Just push them and say, go ahead and get the passport. Even if you don't play, it's okay. Because it's not like you're paying the money for them.
I think the government needs to encourage people to do so, because it's not just about sports. It's just about in general. You may want to come back and invest. You may feel more of an obligation to the country when you get the passport. You may feel more connected to the country. There are other rational and perspectives as to why you should get the passport, not just for sports purposes. So I'm not sure why people wouldn't want to do it.
Yeah. And so you know that all the which is what is happening with a lot of the kids in America now. They especially in the U teams, you know what they are doing? The under 17 team. All of those guys are getting Jamaican passport with the camp, but some of them are still in this American. They have some pool business that they have that their names are in it, but they have Jamaican passport, so they could still up to play for the United States,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, management. You gotta make the environment so receptive to them that they want to come if they so decide to do it, right? Make it an option for them versus they're adverse to it because you know what? The response they're seeing, the views they're getting is toxic. So why would you want to be part of that environment? That's why the JFF need to get their house in order so they present a good global image where people can embrace them versus, recoil from them.
Yeah, that thing you just mentioned, two young players, Delano Splat and Dante. You have Dante Casanova as well and Brandon.
Brandon Cover?
Yeah. It's a player that I really like, Very strange. I don't know how much he's playing at his club though, and that is the next thing, because like it's almost like you'd have loved to have had like an under 23 competition where these guys are playing so you could see them, because there are so many of them in this like age group. Dante Casanova, the Brandon Cover, the Delano Splat, who just won with Fulham. You have many others. You had like this other one that I haven't been hearing about. He was at Arsenal and he just has disappeared off the scene. And there was a time Kida Taylor Hart.
Yeah. He's disappeared.
Just
he's been out on loan someplace, but I'm not where he is now. There was another fault for Arsenal saying he was getting his passport. I haven't heard about him either. I forgot his name actually.
You have all this guy that was at Tottenham, Marcus Edwards. He plays, I think, over in Portugal.
Yeah, he's a good player. He'd be a good forward to have, actually. Quick, skillful. He played against us, man, last year, I think, in the Europa League and played really, really well. Really, really well, actually. He's a good player.
So
I think he was holding out for England, though, if I remember correctly.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't like a Marcus Edwards. How realistic is it? And then when you get to 27, 28, how viable is the option now? Like, I think like the Bailey Kadamarti, those guys not taking up the call up, to me, is because they are so young. But when you reach certain age and you look at that thing, it's going to be hard.
Yeah. No, look, at least we see people are coming, man, and more people are coming. And my hope is that the JFF will leverage some of this to also help the local football in some way, shape, or form, right? If recent others are come to Jamaica, why aren't they involved in some event, even though they come for vacation? It could be part vacation, part work.
They said that Marcus Edwards don't have Jamaican. Okay. Yeah.
Well, Sims is somebody people been talking about, right?
Ellis Sims.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't say I'm the biggest Ellis Sims fan. I think he's okay. I think as we go further into this, and I heard Speed say this, which I agree with, to me, you don't necessarily have to play Premier League football. You need to have Premier League potential or talent.
Yeah.
So you could be in League One, you could be in Championship, but I have to see, you know what? You can be a differentiator over time versus you can be at that level for the rest of your career.
All right, people asking, how does a Jamaican passport really help, to be honest? If you are not playing football, you can't use it to go anywhere.
Well, it helped me when I come to Jamaica. I don't have to either be in the long tourist line. I come and take it. It does, actually. The last time I went to Jamaica, I'm like, I'm not going to be in this line anymore. I'm not staying in this line anymore. No, but I mean, it's just a habit, man. That's all.
Well, on DW, we're talking about those who want to play football.
I'm talking about in general. I'm not talking about football. I'm talking about in general. A lot of Israelis have passport. They ain't going back to Israel to live. So
yeah. All right. This is your very good friend calling to talk to you.
Gunner's boss.
Yes.
Big up yourself, Cranky.
Happy belated Memorial Day, Gunner's boss.
No, that was Cranky Day. Cranky, sir. He's not dead, and we did not have to go and play a read at his gravesite. But as a military man, honor to you again, the boss.
Bless up, Gunners.
That's what we said. One military, world military. But Cranky, at least somebody in the comment fool like me and no understand. That's them say when me a think. What is the purpose of having a Jamaican passport? It's one of the world most worthless piece of document. Nobody recognizes that anything from Jamaica. If you get pulled over with the Jamaica driver's license and your international driver's license out there, them tear it up and throw it in your face and take you down there, go take your fingerprint. Nobody recognizes no Jamaican passport. I need American and British passport. Why would I trade in my foreign document for a Jamaica document?
But Gunners, you're not trading. I have British, I have American. I'm not trading them in. I'm just adding to it.
Oh well, yeah, but you can. You want to make it sound like this Jamaican passport. Me hear another year singing. Yes, get Jamaican passport so Pika can get some money and we can get some money out of it. But that's the only use it up, you know. If you're there Jamaica, if you go America, you can't do nothing with it. All the United States government take you prior with the visa and tear up in front of your face if they feel like it. It's not no use to you. But them can't violate the United States passport, not the British passport that way.
No, look, the British and American passport give you more access in terms of, travel mainly, frankly. But I got my Jamaican passport because I want to feel like I'm Jamaican. When I go back to Jamaica, I say I don't want to go to the airport line. Wait, when I go to Dunsville Fall and I talk patois, I get the Jamaica price.
You get Jamaica
passport.
Okay. What's the difference? Yeah, man, you can't scam the vendors when you come to Jamaica. But I tell you what.
I'm not scam. I'm Jamaican. I'm not scam. I'm Jamaican passport. I'm Jamaican. I'm not scam that. What do you mean scam? How is that a scam? I'm Jamaican.
Gunners boss. You don't think like.
I'm being facetious, Gunners boss.
You don't think like because of the influence of Jamaican music, the influence of Jamaican culture on the world globally, being a Jamaican citizen and having that Jamaican passport really brings a recognition to you when you travel across the world. You don't believe that?
Me, no.
Okay, all right.
No, me no get nothing across the world from.
I'm not asking. I'm not speaking about you as a person individually. I'm speaking generally. So you're saying that Jamaican culture and people really have limited influence across the world globally. You don't see that happening.
You want to hear the truth about this?
No, listen to the question I'm asking you. Listen what I'm asking you. I'm asking you if you believe that Jamaican culture, Jamaican music, even our sport has influence on the world globally?
You ready for me answer again, or you want to ask me again? Because I don't know if me that dumb when I don't hear what you say for first time. Maybe you need to ask it again. So let me answer it now before you ask again. No. The people them want the culture, but they don't care about the people. So if them could have taken the culture from where I left where they don't care about individual. The people of Jamaica don't get no respect outside of Jamaica too much. Yeah, some white people see and then hear the accent and they love the accent, but they don't love the person. That's just the accent. Them want to could have take the accent for you and make you turn the body and the body turn right there and the mind them don't want it. Jamaican culture is influential across the world. Jamaica brand is influential across the world. But Jamaican people is not respected across the world like some people want to believe. When I go to England in 1991, they said Yardy, highly armed and dangerous. And that was a book about a true story of some Jamaican from Rockford somewhere went to England and do some crime. From Jamaica used to be respected in the 60s. From the 1970s and 80s and 90s, Cranky knows. From the open firing of submachine and American and foreigners in the street and all those things and the who's the shooting and them things. Jamaica don't get no respect outside of Jamaica. Not even in Jamaica we don't get respect like that. Individually, one man like might get some respect from some people based on your career part, you know. Cranky will get some respect. Shaggy will get respect based on his military accomplishment. Sean Paul get little respect to him, right? But those are individual, but on a wholesale basis, no. That is my answer.
All right, I'm done. You and I differ, so I won't continue it. Okay. Yeah. I disagree with you. Okay. I don't think people wanted to take the culture. All they wanted was Bob Marley's sound, and they don't have no respect for Bob Marley. I don't believe that that's how they feel about Usain Bolt. I don't believe that's how they feel about Shelley and Fraser Price. I don't believe that's how they feel about Marcus Garvey. But we can differ, my brethren. You understand me?
We already do that, man. We do that already. You know, so you're just agreeing with me to create a conversation. So make we continue.
No, what?
Remember, I called some. I pick those kind of people already. You're doing the same thing I do. I said, man like Cranky, man like Shaggy, man like Sean Paul, if you want Bob Marley do it, yeah. But and in general, Jamaica and a whole don't get that kind of respect outside, not even in a Jamaica or outside of Jamaica.
So Americans get that respect though?
Americans don't only get respect here.
Oh, so when the Americans go over into Iraq, the people over there respect them. And when they go down to Syria, the people respect them, and Iran, the people respect them. Okay. All right, go on, boss.
Actually, so I'll jump in here, man, for a little bit. No, they actually do. So here's what people are confusing. We're confusing the government with the people. They're two separate and distinct things. The American government and a lot of the American people are not aligned, man. So if you go to certain countries, you'd be surprised how much they respect Americans, but they despise the American government.
Are they respect America?
No, but it's America. But if I say America, it's the government and the people. That's why I bifurcate them, which is Americans, which is the America, its culture, what is accomplished, versus the American government, which people sometimes despise because of how they've operated globally. Right? So we sometimes conflate the two, and we shouldn't. Because when I check my American passport, no, you do. Trust me, man, you get respect. I would check my Jamaican passport going forward in law instances.
Gunner's boss is saying that it is because of you as an individual. It has nothing to, because
no, he's saying for Jamaica. He's saying for Jamaica. What he's saying that as a Jamaican, but basically,
but he's basing that on two places alone. He's basing that based on what some Jamaicans have done in Canada.
Yes.
He's basing that based on three countries: Canada, USA, and England. There are other places in the world that when you go there as a Jamaican, when Jamaicans go to Ghana, they are given land. Nobody at Ghana ain't giving no American no land.
And I wouldn't say that if you're Black American. But anyway, let me just say. let me just say this, man, which is, yes, Jamaica does get respect across the globe, regardless of country, but the world is constructed in a way in which there's a hierarchy across the world, and America is at the top of the hierarchy. In fact, Western world, in Western Europe, and America at the top of the hierarchy in a lot of respects, and they have bifurcated the world and divided the world in terms of how they want to, which allows them then to put themselves at the top of the tree, right? So America is probably the hardest country to get into frankly, even though like accept a lot of immigrants.
Yeah.
And maybe I shouldn't say that because people like Japan are hard to get into too. They don't want to create, and there's some isolationist country like Switzerland, but America is hard to get into. But most people aspire to come here because the opportunity affords you. But Jamaica, we should not Jamaica in a negative sense because the country is well respected globally. And I think Jamaicans who migrate, no matter where they migrate to, are very ambitious and they do well in a lot of instances. Now, we do have the outliers who do things which are not appropriate sometimes, which give the country a bad name. But for the most part, I think a lot of Jamaicans do well.
And there are 57 countries that Jamaicans can go to with just their passport. I don't know.
Man, there's a whole lot of countries that are more than 57 man.
I think what people will say is that, all right, let's talk about the countries we cannot go to. I think that is
which is the ones you want to go to. Which are the ones you want to go to? That's the thing, man. Those are the ones you want to go to. It's like a man, it's like the whole football thing.
You can go to everywhere in the world except USA, Canada, and England. You tell that to a Jamaican, it's like, say, might as well, I don't go nowhere then. where else is there to go? You know what I mean?
That's how it is, man. Exactly.
I'm Soldier. I don't know if I should answer you, Soldier, because I don't know if you're in your right mind. You have lost your mind, or you have no. I don't know. I don't know how to respond to you. I don't know, Soldier. So maybe Cranky can read your comment, seeing that you mentioned his name and my name.
Which team you support? Man City? Man City team support?
Manchester United.
They had a better season than us?
That's what I'm saying, that you'd have to speak to. So I don't think I can engage Soldier on this conversation.
I would just say this is Soldier. Soldier, I spelled my name wrong. Me not cranky, me just cranky different. But anyway, spell it that K. It sounds better. Let me say this to Soldier, which is this. It's good to win a trophy that we don't care about because we won it so many times. It's good for you to win it, man, because you need to win it to feel good because you've had an awful season. When them finish, about 12 or 10, when they finish, we even forget Soldier. Even though you play Europa League and you win FA Cup, your team is not good. We beat it twice, Soldier. You shouldn't come down to about Arsenal. What you should do is talk to the teams below you, not the teams above you. That's all I'll say.
Thank you.
Soldier have mode. I can't be Soldier have mode.
But I am saying, Soldier, one thing I'll say to you, winning the FA Cup is not a season. It's called the EPL season. It's not called, that's what it is called. It says the EPL season. So when you talk about season, that is a name directly to the EPL. The FA Cup is not included in that because that's a competition. So you cannot have a better season than us because season is referring directly to the EPL. What you can say to me is that you had a better year than us, which would include all competitions if you want to say that. But you cannot say
Let me tell you something, Manning. Here's the difference between the two. So we're trying to get our coach to sign a new contract. He's trying to fire his coach. It says it all. You're trying to fire your coach, and we're trying to convince us to sign a new contract. There's a reason why, because we have an upward trajectory, and you're going down. So, Soldier, winning that cup is a good thing, but it's not the holy grail for FA Cup. If you won the Premier League, you won the Champions League, it's a different story.
Yeah, if you had one probably in Europe, I could understand that.
Yeah.
But you can't finish how many 30 odd points or 20 odd points behind us?
Yeah, I mean, that's Soldier. Come on, Soldier. Yeah, you should have ignored the comment, man. You should have ignored the comment. Soldier finished 8th. Man United, the second richest club in the world.
No, not only that, Cranky. It is their worst finish in the EPL in the club's history.
Man, they gave up more goals than they scored. They gave up 58 and they scored 57. Man, that's embarrassing.
So let me ask you, seeing that, I think Southie asked this question yesterday. Seeing that everyone wants to win something, if next year you were given the FA Cup and 8th place, would you be satisfied? So if you were given next year no FA Cup and second in the league, would you say no? Give me back the FA Cup and 8th place. That's a question for Soldier. So seeing that this is a better season, next year you are promised the FA Cup and 8th place or second place. Which one are you taking, Soldier?
So man, here's how you assess this. A lot of teams don't play their best players when they played League Cup or FA Cup until much later rounds because they prioritize the Premier League over the FA Cup. That's how it works. So, or the Champions League or the FA Cup. So, I'm not the trophy to make my point, Soldier, but please don't compare Arsenal to Man U. We're in different stratosphere. You finished 29 points behind us, 31 behind City. You should be thinking about how you can improve your team. In fact, you should be hiding even though you won a trophy, which is how bad you've been.
How many times did we play Manchester this season?
We played them twice.
And what were the results?
I think 3-1 and 1 love, I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah. We beat them twice.
Okay.
They haven't beaten us they didn't beat us last year either. We're in different management. We shouldn't be comparing us with the Man U. We're trying to catch City management. That's our target. Everyone else is behind us. Is City our boss for us? And so far we've been busting because we haven't been able to catch them. You saw Demo comment? Even
Demo. Welcome. Soldier, people. All right, we have a real Manchester United fan. So Soldier said that if next season he was given second place behind City, he would not trade a next FA Cup and 8th place for that. We have 433 presser online. Let me hear what he has to say about his fellow Manchester United fan. Go ahead, presser.
Good evening to Cranky and Mannings, man. Hey, Mannings, you remember what Will Smith said at the Oscar Awards?
No, sir.
When he said, keep your wife name out your mouth.
Yeah. So for wife, so do we keep out time for? So how would that have to do with Will Smith and the Oscar? We don't understand the example.
Yeah, example, man. Hey, Mannings, you see, I don't agree with some United fans. I think the conversation is for banter, to be honest, because realistically we didn't have a better season compared to Arsenal. Because in terms of the trajectory that you need to be on in order to win the major trophies, which is like the Champions League and the English Premier League, Arsenal, I think they're further ahead by maybe like three years already. You know what I'm saying? Especially in like player recruitment, a lot of those stuff. However, winning the FA Cup, I think it's just more like one of those one-off things. And I'm going to be honest, man, despite the fact that United played good on the day against Manchester City, I think on the next day, it would be obvious that City beats us. And people might say, well, you can't treat the ball game like that, whatever the case is. But it's just one of those one-off trophies that you win where you deserve it, but on a different day, it's a different story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I am saying, listen, congratulations to them, because winning it, I would say to you, I think Ten Hag has done more for Manchester United in terms of winning stuff than Arteta has done at Arsenal. Because he has won the cup, he has won the FA Cup, right? So he has won.
He won League Cup last year.
League Cup and he won the FA Cup. So in 2 seasons he has won 2. He went to 2 final and he went. Arteta took a Unai Emery team at the quarterfinal stages. So he had the semi-finals and the finals, 2 games that he won and won that cup. He has not gone back to a next final since that time. So I would say over that time, I'd say given Ten Hag in cup competition, he has done better because he has gone to 3 finals and he has lost 1. But if we talk about the last 2 seasons, Arsenal has done better
than United.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let me ask you this question. In terms of Mikel Arteta and his tenure at the club so far, right? Before like these 2 seasons, would you say that like you guys had a strong squad to like even have a realistic chance of competing in some of those cup competitions?
Listen, people don't realize that. So the team that we had last year, we gave up an influential player. So let's look at it. Granit Xhaka, who had one of his best seasons at Arsenal last season, left. Declan Rice, I think, gave a similar production to Granit Xhaka. I could say Declan Rice did a little better. Kai Havertz came in. So really, the other player who came in never played. The only thing, in truth and in fact, Arsenal, I would say we only really made one addition for this season to what we had the season before, which is the Kai Havertz that many people thought should not have been there. Because I think Declan Rice, Granit Xhaka, given what Granit Xhaka did at Bayern as well, it's like, would Granit Xhaka have been like worse than Declan Rice, given what we saw from him at Bayern and the season? So Kai Havertz really added something. Outside of that, Timber didn't play, and Saliba finished the season. Gabriel finished because last year Saliba was out, Partey was out at the end of the season, and Gabriel had a knee issue. I don't know if people remember that he was playing injured, and Ramsdale was injured at the back end of the season as well.
But man,
I'll say this 43. Go ahead.
Yeah. Now I'm saying the Granit Xhaka thing, I don't think anyone could have saw that coming, you know what I'm saying? Because last season was his best season in over 5 seasons. So it's not like say he was a player that just all of a sudden turned the page where this season we thought Xhaka would have been the player that he is this season as well. You know what I'm saying? So even though you might look at it and say it's a loss to an extent, I don't think anyone saw it coming, especially with his Liverpool team as well.
Well, look, I think Xhaka has always played well for Switzerland and not for Arsenal. One may say the change in his position allowed him to exhibit some of his better talents, right? He's run more kilometers this year than any player in Europe, which suggests he's very, very mobile. We didn't see that as much as Arsenal. Even though it's a more physical league and you run more in the Premier League. So I would say that Arteta's brought something out of him and put him in a position to be more aggressive offensively. And he showed some qualities he didn't have. But let's take a step back. There is no excuse for us not to compete to win anything. We have made a semifinal of any tournament. That's an Arteta. We have made it last 8 for the
Champions
League. We got knocked out in the last 16 last year for the Europa League. So we haven't made a semifinal in any tournament, which is not excusable, frankly. It is what it is.
Well, let me ask you this, Cranky. In the last season, this season, right? Due to the focus, all right, last season you guys found yourself in the title race, right? And that's what you guys were vying for. And then this season, you guys, were in pole position to win the English Premier League, because after back in the last season, obviously you guys would have known what you would want to do this season. But wouldn't you say with the concentration in the Champions League and the Premier League this season, it kind of take you away from the two cup competition?
No, because everybody had the same thing. No, because Man U had Champions League this year, didn't they? We had Champions League, City had Champions League, Liverpool, Europa League.
Yeah, but Soldier, forget that Manchester United didn't come out of the group. Well, they came out. They came out of the group.
They came out of the group. They just didn't advance. They didn't advance. No, I don't. I think Arteta and Pep are similar when they're not good game managers. I'm not sure people realize this. They're not good game managers. Is what you need in tournament football. They're just not.
Arteta is
Pep losing to Man U is not excusable. Nobody talks about that. How is that team going to use the Man U? When Doku coming in game, the games changed. Why is Doku not starting? Why are you starting a bunch of slow people like Kovacic and all of them? Why aren't you playing 3 forwards with people who can actually play up the front? And nobody's questioning Pep because he's supposed to be the genius. He's a poor game manager. He loses Champions League game he shouldn't lose because he's playing Fernandinho at right back against Vinicius Jr. It's crazy some of the decisions he makes sometimes. And he gets called out sometimes, but not as much as he should, but he makes these horrible decisions because he's deemed to be the messiah of coaching. Arteta is not much better than Pep when it comes to game management. Huh?
It was you he was coming up against. I think it was kind of underplaying on it. But in the past though, in Champions League competitions, he has made some questionable decisions, you know what I'm saying? I'll give you that. But against United in the FA Cup final, I think it was always the case where people thought that United could have won that game. But I think everyone thought that City would have definitely won that game.
4-3-3, if Doku start the game, in my view, if Doku start the game, you guys lose that game. If Doku start that game, there's no way I think you're winning that game. First of all, when he come on the field, the whole game changed. You have to change your defense over to cover him, which means more people are free on the City side, and City's a brilliant team. Why you wouldn't part a person off wing who cannot be marked one-on-one, so you have to be double team, is beyond me to create 10 against 9 versus you playing 10 against 10. That makes no sense. That makes no sense.
And
I know he's not a great goal scorer, but he's a disruptor. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, he stretched the defense well. I think when he came on, he was causing problems, you know. And obviously his dribbling ability as well is, I guess, his best attribute. But you know, and people always asking if I'm willing to give Ten Hag one more season. You know, when I look at the market right now in terms of managers and how quickly things can turn within the space of one season, I would be willing to give him one more season. However, if Ineos wants to part ways with him, then I'm all for it because you know they have their project that they want to look forward to, and I think it's a like 3 to 5 year project, more like a 3 year project. That's what Sir Jim Ratcliffe said. However, we can the signings in the past they've been questionable to an extent, like the Anthony, Onana, and some of these guys.
Onana is a questionable signing, and Onana is probably top 5 in most of the stats or the rank in the EPL this season. How is he a poor signing?
I didn't say it's a poor signing. I said he's a questionable signing.
Why is he? Why is Onana? What? No. He got knocked out
at the Champions League. Yes, he was responsible for that.
Onana is hold on. Onana made a mistake in one game, and he's the reason why you're out.
It was not one game. So if he was responsible, why when we were knocked out, he came up with a statement say I bear responsibility? Because he made more than one mistake in the Champions League games. Galatasaray, Bayern Munich, that's 2 games already, and it was more than one mistake in both games as well. So what I'm saying is, in the Premier League as well, he has had some games that it's not his best game. Since the new year, he has been a little bit better, but there's still question marks surrounding.
Hold on, I'm going to ask you to be silent. Before the game said, hold on, and then I'm going to come back to you. Says, can you give a minute of silence so Cranky can reflect on this statement? Pep is a poor game manager, the guy that won the EPL 4 times in a row. So let's
Mancini won the Premier League. What's the Argentinian coach? He won the Premier League. It's not a great thing for City to win the Premier League. They win the Premier League before Pep got there. You
Pellegrini,
guys Pellegrini won the Premier League. You guys acted as and Pellegrini's not a great manager. You guys are like people with the most money don't win the leagues. The most money in Spain win the leagues. The most money in Germany win the leagues. The most money in the EPL win the leagues. It's a fact.
Frankly, right, man. Because before this season, or even one consider this season, if you look at Pep's track record at City in high pressure moments, his track record in terms of management in some of those games, it has been poor against Olympic Lyon, against Tottenham Hotspur when I think they just moved into the stadium at that time. No, when VAR was just introduced. Multiple games in which they were question marks around Pep Guardiola. And what the people always say that he's overthinking it. When you're supposed to go with the team that you would assume is the team that's going to win the game, you make at least 1 to 2 changes, especially in the midfield and defense. That you just say like, why would you do this? So it's not a lie that Cranky is telling. Yes, he win trophies, but any other manager is going to win a trophy with Manchester City. Maybe not.
What? No. You believe that if Ten Hag was in Manchester and Pep was in Manchester City, if Ten Hag was in Manchester City and Pep was at Manchester United, Manchester City would have still won the Premier League?
Yes.
I don't think so. No, sir. I think Arsenal would have won the Premier League.
You could coach Man City to win the Premier League. You could coach Man City to Premier League.
No. Brethren, if Pep is not at City, Arsenal or Liverpool win the Premier League this season.
Man. I just told you Pellegrini won the Premier League for Christ's sake. And they weren't giving Pep came into win the Champions League in the man. Not the Premier League in the man's man. Pep came to win the Champions League. How long did it take him to win the Champions League for City? And he had the best team for the last 4 or 5 years. And he still couldn't win it. Pipe, he was at Bayern for 3 years. Wait, Bayern for 3 years. When he left Bayern, they won the Champions League. He couldn't win in his 3 years. When he left there, they won the Champions League, man. This is not to knock Pep. He's a great coach. We're not saying he isn't. But let's not say he doesn't have flaws. He has flaws. And they're very obvious flaws.
I am not saying he doesn't have flaws, but I'm saying to you, Pep is the only manager in the league, apart from probably like Klopp, who could have gotten City on this undefeated run for how much games? I am telling you, Ten Hag down there Arsenal or Liverpool win this Premier
We
League?
won 18 of 20,
Manage,
man. We won 18 of 20 in the last 20 games. We won 18 of 20, didn't we? Or 17 of 20.
Hey, listen, here's what. You see, Arteta was managing this Manchester City team, and Pep was managing the Arsenal team. Arteta would have come to Arsenal and played like how we took Arsenal and played at City. Weak mentality.
Manins,
No.
listen, man, Manins, I don't think any other manager goes to the City and dominates in the way that Pep does, especially domestically. However, any other manager, once enough some other guys are getting scrubbed there, can go into City and win a title. I'm telling you, any other manager like a Ten Hag, a Mikel Arteta, somebody else that's respectable can go in and win a Premier League title. They're not going to dominate, because Pep is one of a kind in terms of how he is as a manager. And
I disagree with you guys, but
man. You have Haaland, you have Foden, you have Silva, you have Doku, you have De Bruyne, you have Rodri, you have Edison, who's a footballer, player, goalkeeper, man. You have man. When you start naming the players, man, you're like, this team is brilliant. Now, there's some players who come in who look better than they were before, like a Cranky, but because you press, so lack of defensive ability in some instances when he was at Dortmund, and not exposed because the nature of the way you play.
So City then won the Premier League not because of the coach, but because of the players they have.
It's both. No.
Hey.
I'm going to say any other coach, but I think other coaches have one management to prove my place.
No. Here's what I'm asking you.
No, management. You can't. Management. City has got, wait, management. Here's the point, management.
Yeah.
City has got better players since Pellegrini and Mancini left. They used to have Balotellis of the world. They have better players, Mannings, so they're doing what we expect to do.
And let me add to that as well, Cranky. Mannings, remember, before Pep Guardiola, I believe they had won 2 Premier League titles before I arrived, right? I think 2 to 3, right? Now, there's a rumor going around that he's going to leave next season. You think when he leaves next season, this is going to be the end of Manchester City? I don't think they're going to dominate to the way they're dominating now.
When Pep,
because of the structure.
But you have to let me answer the question. If you ask me, if I think they're going to be when he leaves. So let me answer you. When Pep leaves, Manchester City, regardless of the coach that go down there, will not win even back-to-back Premier League. I am telling you that. Not in this EPL.
No, I agree. I don't think they will. That's what I'm saying. I don't think they'll dominate to the extent that they're dominating now because of the manager that Pep Guardiola is. He can afford to dominate the league like that. But any other manager that they will get in the future, and based on their recruitment and the structure of the City group, they will still win trophies.
Let me tell you this. You see, if Pep was at Arsenal and Mikel Arteta was at City, Arsenal win the Premier League.
No, I don't think so.
What? I am telling you.
Management, we gotta be very careful enough. Before the game, I'll answer your question because you said he's talking about Bayer Leverkusen winning this year. You go check the history of football. You check the La Liga, you check League One, you check Premier League, you check Dutch League, you check the EPL. The teams with the most money normally win. You're pointing out Bayer Leverkusen won this year. When last did Bayern lose the league, Bundesliga? You go look. Bayern had the most money, they win. When Abramovich came, Chelsea had the most money, they won. Man U had the most money before them, they won. City had the most money, they won.
But
Barcelona and Real Madrid had the most money. Atletico Madrid made sneaking here and there, they won.
But Chelsea had
aberrations like Leicester. Huh?
Chelsea had the most spent the most money and they didn't.
Let's not talk about aberrations. We talk about aberrations. Talk about norms. Generally, we have aberration. Leicester was an aberration. Let's talk about norms, people. Don't pick me one-off situations. Because Chelsea just started spending the most money. In fact, they were spending the most money with Abramovich. Then City came in and had the most money and they won. Right? So whoever has the most money normally wins. Not every single time, but they normally wins.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
But you don't believe that if Pep
he turned over the entire team.
No. I am saying with the group of players that Arteta finishing 2 points behind Pep.
We didn't have a 9. We didn't have a 9.
No, man, let me tell you this. People, Arteta did well, but I'm telling you, if Pep had this Arsenal team, somehow this team is going to win.
That's not the question. The question should be, why isn't Pep winning by more points than he is given the team he has? That's the question you should ask yourself. With Haaland and De Bruyne and Foden and Silva and Doku and Edison, why is he winning? Arsenal team, man for man, doesn't match up with City as well as it probably should. City's
Man,
a better squad than Arsenal, a better squad.
Out of the
Yeah.
Out of the two seasons that you guys have challenged for the Premier League title, which season you think Pep would have won the Premier title with? Last
None.
season or this?
None.
Which one? The Arsenal teams? I think the team this year. I think the team this year with the addition of Declan Rice, and Raya coming in. Yeah. This team.
Last year we lost Saliba, and we collapsed and we lost Saliba because we had Holding at centre half. Holding can't get the Crystal Palace team. So we didn't have the cover that we needed at centre half to down the stretch to allow us to compete with City. This year, Saliba played every single minute. You see where we ended up because he's a cog in the wheel.
So basically, based on what these men are saying, because the people are saying that Pep could not have won with Arsenal, and the reason why is a crop of players here. So basically, then Pep is not a good coach.
No, we're not saying that, man. We're saying he has the tools. First of all, Pep is like what was the Lakers coach? Phil Jackson. They only gonna take team that can win. They have their rep to maintain. Pep was with Messi at Barcelona. He went to Bayern, couldn't win the Champions League. That's what he was brought in to win, not the Bundesliga, because they win it every year. He came to City, couldn't win it for years. He got more time than any other coach because he had better pedigree. Because Pellegrini would have been fired. Mancini would have been fired if they did not bet it.
Look at his track record with Bayern in the Champions League and with City as well. Remember what's that be run a 16 quarter final used to get knocked out, And when they make it back to finals, with when Chelsea beat them, and then recently again when they win it, and then see them get knocked out again by Real Madrid.
Let me ask. Hold on. Let me find out. Are you guys saying that the kind of coach that Pep is? Because if he cannot make teams better than the present coaches, is he better? He's not a better coach than them. If he would not make the Arsenal team better, he cannot be a better coach than Arteta then.
It's not
the way he talk like Arteta is better than him.
Huh?
If you talk about Arteta, he talk like Arteta is a genius. He's saying inevitably Arsenal go win the league, even if he's still there. That's what he's basically saying. He has he reveres Arteta. Reveres Arteta.
Before the game, before beating the 4-3-3 pressure, is Pep a better coach than Ten Hag?
Yes, I think so.
All right, so if Pep were at Manchester United, wouldn't he have gotten them in a better position with the said crop of player because he's a better coach?
With Johnny Evans playing centre back. With Johnny Evans as centre back, man. With Casemiro in the midfield.
No, we're not talking about major trophy, but you'd have gotten more out of the team. We're not talking about trophy.
United team,
Huh?
With this United team, he would coach them better and they would be in a better position. However, I don't think he could.
Yeah, they would be much better. They wouldn't be much better.
So follow me. So then, it is. So if we believe he would make Manchester City better, do you believe if Ten Hag went to City with this City crop of player, that because he's not such a good coach, he couldn't get them to get so much points?
No, I'm not going to say
he's not a good coach.
I'm not going to go as far to say he's not a good coach. I think with United, it's a very frustrating environment for any manager to come into to operate in, especially when the recruitment has been so poor. For any manager, they can put them into this team and it will make you look bad. It's not going to help you. However, in terms of Ten Hag and his philosophy and what he's about, with the talent that City possesses at this moment in time, I think he goes into the 16. He will play differently than a Pep Guardiola because every manager is different. But he would still win a trophy with them, a major trophy, and it would be the English Premier League. He will not dominate like Pep, but he will still win trophies. Because before Pep Guardiola City in their recruitment with Balotelli and some of those Aguero, they were still winning trophies.
Is Pochettino a better coach than Ten Hag?
No, man, I've heard that much.
We don't know. We don't know. They both.
I don't know.
Pochettino got fired from Tottenham. He got fired from Chelsea. We don't know. He was good at Tottenham.
There's something wrong with Pochettino, man. Pochettino's career is so young when you check it because he went to Southampton. Then that was like a developmental club. Then he got to Spurs and built something. Spurs never really interested after a while. He got fired. He went to PSG. Should have won the league with them when he was just going at the season. PSG, anyone is just going to get fired from PSG if you know win the Champions League. Because lose anything, I will leave soon enough.
All right,
come to Chelsea, He never bad, but the owner, Todd Bowley, obviously they want to go in this direction. So it's kind of hard to judge for this.
Let me ask you this.
Here's a question to ask. Is Pep a better coach than Emery, for example? Those are better questions, man. Those are better questions.
If Pep is a better coach than Unai Emery, by far, they're not in the same league.
Why you say that?
They're not in the same. What are you talking about?
Why do you say that? Why do you say that?
When I think about
what's your evidence?
When I think about, tell me a player that I can look at him and say, this is a player that came through the Unai Emery system, big player. Give me a name.
No, man.
Give me a name. Because
look at your national team. Is a player better than he was before?
Of course, Leon Bailey. But then, all right, so you want
after how long? Wait, Mannings.
I don't know, but let me give you a Pep. When we talk about player now,
yeah.
When we talk about player, I'm going to talk about Iniesta, Busquets.
Was that Pep or was that Barcelona Academy?
What you're talking about? It was Pep. These guys, Pep take them from them a 15-year-old and look at them turning up. Messi.
Mannings, man. Messi was good for man 9, Mannings, man.
All right.
Man 9. That's why in the Barcelona for man 9, Mannings, man. You confuse. No. Look, I'm not saying Pep don't improve players, right? Improve players, Mannings, man. Let's not confuse. Improve players, Mannings, man. But he can't give him all the credit, Mannings, man.
Listen,
he can't get all the credit.
Look at the Kyle Walker that left Tottenham to the Kyle Walker that is at City.
Mannings, that's the reason why they paid 50 million for him years ago, Mannings, man. 50 mil, Mannings, man, for Kyle Walker right back years ago. He had to be good to be bought by City. Come on, Mannings. When you look
Cole Palmer. Look at the Cole Palmer.
He's not doing with Cole Palmer. He's not doing with Cole Palmer. Came to the academy and went straight to don't mention Cole Palmer and Pep.
You just talk about. All right. Kevin De Bruyne. Look at Kevin De Bruyne.
They bought him for what, 40-something million, whatever it is, from Germany. He was good as well with the Chelsea. Mannings, he was good as well with the Chelsea.
Oh, so okay. So if we are going down that road, then that means that Arteta has nothing to do with Declan Rice, because Arteta cannot improve because $100 million for him now.
Mannings, we're not saying you can't improve a player. What we're saying is that the accolades you're getting for the improvement is not what it is. We paid $100 million for Declan Rice.
But he didn't pay anything for Messi, and you're saying it is the academy. The ones that they paid for, you're saying that he paid for them. So what is he going to get credit for?
Mannings, man. Messi was exceptional before he was exceptional player, Mannings.
Let me tell you this.
Yeah.
You see, whenever people have conversations about like the best managers or coaches around the club, let's compare Pep to like the Jose Mourinho, the Carlo Ancelotti, and some of those guys, right? You know, the key difference with Mourinho and Ancelotti and Cranky and other people, they're flexible enough and they're robust enough to work in different environments to still deliver the same result, which is major trophies. With Pep Guardiola, the big accusation against him is that could he do the job that Mourinho and Ancelotti and some of these guys did in terms of going to all these clubs? You don't have all the available resources, at one time, but you still get the job done. Could Pep Guardiola do that? And that's always going to be the big question mark around him, because he was in Barcelona, and people always see the talent that Barcelona had was generational in terms of the Messi, the Busquets, the Iniesta. I'm not saying he didn't improve them enough, but they were such good, great talents that I don't want to say any man that goes into that Barcelona team, Messi, Barcelona, things like that. So I give Pep credit for that, you know what I'm saying? But then he went to Bayern Munich, he didn't do it for the Champions League. He went to City for years, he was getting knocked out. A lot of the players that he purchased at City, I believe he improved them.
So, I have to leave soon.
Demo trying to call, so hold on. So I'm going to take Demo, all right? But respect for the call. Yeah, man. Go ahead, Cranky.
Let me say this, Mannings, man. Pep to me is like Arteta. I think they're brilliant coaches on the coaching ground. My problem with both of them is I don't love their game management. So I'm not going to sit here and say Pep is not a great manager, because even though he has great players, his record speaks for itself. You can't say you haven't had any evidence to say he's not a great manager, except to say he doesn't win the Champions League as much as he should. But the Champions League is also a tournament, and tournament to me are crapshoots, right? That's why Dortmund is in the final this year. Doesn't necessarily reflect the best team. It's the best team at a point in time. There's a sustainability of the Premier League or the Bundesliga that says, over 38 games, I'm the best manager, I'm the best team. That's different from, you know what? I play 5-6 games or in a knockout tournament, right? He's a great man, but I'm saying, management, we can't judge how great he is because we don't truly know.
So let me see how Pep Tech, my guy from Manchester United, tall defender. that was a key part of the Barcelona centre back. What's his name again?
I know you're talking about the one mentioned Shaqiri, but he was also good man. He went to Man U, then he went to Pep. Right?
He was not good at Man U. Remember what you talking?
He was young.
But that's what I'm saying. But you have to give Pep credit because of what.
But I'm saying, what I just say, he's probably brilliant on the training ground. I don't like his game management.
Let me hear what Demo has to say.
Same Arteta.
So I need to find out if Klopp is a better manager than Pep or better. Demo, Pep or Guardiola?
Pep or Guardiola?
Yeah.
What do you mean, Pep? Give me 1 second, man. Hold on.
So what we mean by Pep?
Yeah, I'm not a Pep hater. I think Pep has changed football in a lot of good ways. Sometimes make it more boring, sometimes make it more exciting. I think Pep is a student of the game, and he's taking things from people like Bielsa and others and accumulate them to inform his coaching ability. But Pep makes too many mistakes in championship games. Too many mistakes. He loses too many games he should be winning.
We have Flavor Max because I want to know who built Phil Foden.
It was a great Cranky was a man who most time getting teeth them correct and me not really, big up people so much because people tend to talk things where in my opinion will make sense sometimes. But Cranky, you're wrong on this one. Pep Guardiola, and I will tell you why Cranky. Because I've been having this conversation since Pep came in the league. You remember the Pep team with Sterling and young Sterling and Asane, one did on one side and one did on the other side. I think Aguero was there. If you go back through that team, I compare that team with the Man U team at the time. Man for man, I went through that because I was having this conversation. I said to my friends, when you look at the team, Pep, the City team, man for man is not better than a Man United team, when you look at the players at that time. But because of the Pep effect, Cranky, Pep have his team playing like a machine. And then I continue to look at that trend. This same conversation that we have now, I look at it. And even the team now, if you look at the City team, how much players are world beaters? Let us be honest. Before Pep get them, Foden is not no world beater. Bernardo Silva was coming from a Monaco side. A lot of us never used to watch. Duku.
Gundogan is the next one that even said it. That Pep is the one who made him the player he is.
Gundogan was no world beater. Gundogan was over Diamond.
Stop. Man, you're the caller. Stop. People. When I talk football, I'm know. Arsenal person go look at Gundogan history. Gundogan was a brilliant player before he went to City. First of all, City now buying on scrub. Manix man like enough team. City now buying on scrub. What they Sterling them buy from Liverpool?
Cranky. We understand that. You even talk about Walker. How much Premier League team did want Walker? Yes, he was a good player, but he was not a world beater. How many players that City bought, other people are in competition to get them? When City buy the money, they see City buy them, it's not like our world beaters where other teams are like the Real Madrid, Barcelona, Manchester United in competition with City. No, because guess what? Yes, they play a lot of money for them because Pep want you. Because Pep believe that you fit his system, so he's going to pay for him. It doesn't mean that they're world beaters. And when you get them now, you turn them into world beaters. And we are talking about the players that we are seeing now. But guess who turn them into the players that we are watching now? Pep.
So I have a question for you. I have to leave, so I have a question for you.
Yes.
So are you saying Pep is perfect? He turns every player into a world beater? Be very careful. Be very careful.
No. That is an extreme, though.
No. You're saying that he be doing that. He's a genius. That's what geniuses do. I can name players that turn into world beaters. How does Grealish? How was Grealish done? He paid 100 million for Grealish. How's Grealish done?
Yeah, because Grealish is somebody who fit what he wanted him to do in his system. Believe it or not, some people think that.
No. Back up. He paid 100 million for Grealish. He was shocking out at Villa. How has he done since he's been to City?
He has done better because at Villa, all him there do get be a freak. Grealish has transformed into a from what he was at Villa. You know?
Man is man, if Grealish don't play for Arsenal and score 3 goals and have 3 assists, man is man, you come to the program and lose your mind. Manning's man. I play for the best team, but chance to get created overnight. One to Calvin Phillips, Manning's man, who was brilliant at Leeds. One to Calvin Phillips at City, Manning's man. Pep bought him. He was under Pep's regime. One to Calvin Phillips. Did he make him a better player? Or he made him a worse player? Did he make him a worse player, man? Manning's man, answer the question then.
But I could say that Unai Emery bought Nicolas Pepe.
Manning's man, we're talking about Pepe. We can go back, Manning's man. No, Unai didn't buy Nicolas Pepe. Unai wanted Zaha. Arsenal bought Pepe, Manning's man. Know your facts, Manning's man. Know your facts. Arsenal wanted Zaha, they bought Pepe.
Mikel Arteta bought Zivchenko, who can't defend, to come play left back at Arsenal.
He didn't buy him to defend, he bought him to play inverted. But anyway, like I said, Manning's man, we gotta be careful when we talk about that thing here because people know the facts. Eh? So you say that's a genius, he make everybody better. Go ahead.
I strongly believe that we would have won the league last year and this season if Pep was our coach.
No,
that's my opinion. I really think so. Also, you see this Chelsea team, I think this Chelsea team have a plethora of talent in it. You know, young, I think Pep will be licking his chop to quote this Chelsea team. If Pep get this Chelsea team in 2 seasons, and turn them into world beaters, because they have a lot of talent. And
well, Carla, nobody get 2 seasons at Chelsea. You don't get 2 seasons. Who get 2 seasons at Chelsea?
Hey,
the last 3 managers.
Man, anyway, that's sports computer.
Man, you win Champions League at Chelsea, you get fired. Who can win Champions League and get fired the next year, Manning's man? As a Champions League?
You know, you're the new coach, sign a 5-year deal, man. You see the man
well, let's see how that works out because they may give player like Modric 8-year deal and then probably regret making those decisions. They like to give long-term contract and they don't work out. Nobody gives 6-year deal to no coach.
Man, but,
unless any in Pep.
But I think you need to give Pep a little more credit than you are giving him, though, man.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right about that. I'm not saying he's not a good manager. Yeah. I'm saying he's not a good game manager. There's a difference.
Yeah, give him a little bit more credit.
Yeah. He's a good manager. He's a good manager. I don't want to say I want to take away from Pep, but I am not impressed with his game management. I'm just not. And even more recently, man, he proved it against Real Madrid. They get knocked up because of Pep to me. Doku came against same thing with Doku the other day against Manu. He did this against Madrid. City shouldn't be losing to Madrid, man.
Yeah, somebody is asking, name 7 players that flop under Pep since he has been at City.
But if he's not he's not a garage manager. If 7 players are flop under you, man, I mean, no, what kind of question that? None of me no sense. I already gave you 2 in the last 3 weeks.
Before my cut.
Yeah.
Let me say this before my cut. Oh, the man you supported them and come out and say they have a better season.
Well, to be fair, is really Soldier alone said that today. You know, say Soldier sometimes him there in England, they know how the coal and the brain of the people them go sometime in England, you know.
No, we have to improve the level because I mean, I improve my level of conversation. We have to improve when we are the level of talking sports. Man. We can't come on the platform and talk them think about man, you have a better season at Arsenal. Come on, man, because enough of them hide, you know, them hide under the bed for the entire season, you know, as them play a washed up City where the man them play half.
No. Me not agree with that.
No, the man them did jump.
I am not agreeing with that.
No,
Manchester United job is not to ensure that City are up for the game. That's not their job. They win it. I would have loved to have played City because really and truly, you know, City has not been playing well away from. You watch the Tottenham game.
Tottenham should have won the game, Mannings.
Sell it out.
All right.
You tell me, say no.
No, they didn't sell it, but they didn't take their chances. I'll put it that way. I don't think they sell it. They didn't take their chances.
That's a nice way to put it, Cranky.
But even West Ham went there and did decent. West Ham been leaking goals.
Who saying that? You saying that Pep Mahrez flop on the? We're talking about Mahrez didn't flop, man. What are you talking about?
No, Mahrez not flop.
It's me tell about the reason the man said Mahrez flop.
But Mannings, but here's the point about Mahrez, right? Which is this. people have so much talent. Morris is on the bench a lot of games.
That is the problem.
Talent he has. That's the issue. Then he has some talent.
Yeah. Which is what happened to Jack Grealish. You pay 100 million for Jack Grealish and he's on the bench.
Man, if he not scored, you not give assists, you have to play for the bench, Mannings. If you're not scoring, not giving assists, and you can't play the way they play, you have to be on the bench. Anyway, man, I have to run and leave you. I have to pick up my niece.
Yeah, man.
I would say this. It's been good joining you. It's been good those in the chat.
So
Give me a hard time.
so you need to get the link. So it will be Cranky live.
I have to come up with a pre-posting or something. You know, Jan Blindsey will teach me later how to do them things. I don't know how to do them things.
Okay.
I don't know if you talk right now.
So you get the mic thing. You got the mic thing?
You have mic and month now.
No, man, not have it. Man, remember we were having some issues. So that part...
I figured it all out. YouTube is a good source to spend hours on if you don't have it better to do with your life. Spend hours on to figure these things out. So I figured it out.
All right, then. All right. Bless up. Yeah, but thanks for coming out, Cranky. I appreciate it. Yeah. All right. So, people, listen, it is Cranky has left the right time. Exactly 3 hours of show time. So I want to thank you for coming on. Remember, Jason Guna tonight, right? Jason Guna will be doing a show. We'll be discussing the Reggae Girlz. So go out, support it, and all of that, right? Make sure you go over there, check it out, and sing. All right. But wonderful, wonderful day with you. I am Management. This has been I Am Sure Sports. Before you leave, please, if you have not yet done this, make sure you do it. Hit the like button. See, we can get 150 likes on the video. Right after you have hit the like button, make sure you subscribe if you have not yet subscribed to the channel. Please share the content with some others so they can see this great work we are doing and be a part of the I Am Sure Sports family. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day. Be safe, right? You know, make sure you pay attention to what is happening around you because Earth is running red.
Boom, check it out. I don't know it's Jason. I'm a represent for I Am Sure Sports. For the latest news and updates, check out I Am Sure Sports. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, subscribe and share. Jason presenting I Am Sure. I Am Sure Sports.